good morning. It is yet another exciting moment to have you on the screens of GH Police Television. You are welcome to the Camouflage Friday edition of the SafeStar Show, your ultimate morning companion for a secure and vibrant day ahead. I'm Sergeant Yao Boaiti Boatin, your host, bringing you the pulse of safety live from the National Police Headquarters. Now, this show is streaming live on all our social media platforms, precisely on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, on X. Let's get mutually active. Let's get dialogic. Send us your questions, your thoughts, your comments, your observations, and we will do well and read them out to you again. We are also available on the digital satellite television channel 362. Now, joining me this morning, as usual, as my co-host, the senior colleague of mine, the Metalson Policewoman Chief Inspector, Priscilla Prepra Nkrumah. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Sergeant Boaiti Boatin.
I hope you're fine.
I am doing so well, and I trust you.
I'm also doing fantastic, you know.
Yes,
it is Friday.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Fridays are good days for you, I know.
It has its own different feelings, you know. You find yourself
As
in that
a matter of fact,
mood.
you should have been born on a Friday.
I know, right? You know.
And
So I should have just waited for
Fridays.
some few hours to, you know, usher me into Friday. I'm
Wow.
a Thursday, so, but then, you know, God knows best, right?
Yes,
so we are back at it again.
Sure. We are back at it again like we never went.
Exactly. You know.
And viewers, we miss you so much. That is why we make our way here every morning, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, to bring you the pulse of safety and for you to stay abreast with what is happening in police cycle. So stay tuned in for a great show as we steer you on what is happening in police cycles.
So gradually, the month of May is also coming into an end.
Yes.
As Chief Odro kept saying that the best people are born in the month of May. I believe very soon when we get into the new month of June,
yes, they also come with their own.
Sadly, you know. But then the big month is waiting, October.
Wow.
That is where the fantastic personalities are born.
Yeah.
So when you get to the October month, you get to know that
I see.
the gurus are there. Right. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in once again. Whether you are planning to navigate your way around the heavy traffic you are anticipating on our roads, or you are planning for your weekend, because today is Friday, we've got you covered. And so we are starting off our show with the Police Today traffic updates, where we'll be bringing you the current traffic situation here in Accra. My colleague Sergeant Yusuf Brahima is ready to bring us the traffic, you know, happenings at a particular location live. And when the time is due, bring him on board. And with our Police Today stories, we have stories stories that are shaping our communities, and our colleagues are ready with us in the studios. Policewoman Chief Inspector Jemima Mensah, and then Sergeant Kwesi Teria will be doing us those honors. We'll also be crossing over to the police hospital to bring you our health tips, essential health tips. Remember that we keep hammering on this platform that your health is your wealth, and so you should be mindful of what you take into your body, because it may have serious repercussions on you. And with our sports update as well, gradually the season is coming to an end because the World Cup is drawing closer. We are starting the World Cup in the month of June, 11th June to be precise. And so I believe by that time, all the sporting activities in the world may have come to an end for this season. And so likewise, within the Ghana Sports Directorate, most of our sporting disciplines are gradually bringing an end to their season. And so we're bringing you some development in that particular area as well. And with our big conversation this morning, we'll be featuring an astute legal practitioner who works at the Property Fraud Unit of the CID headquarters, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Frank Katapu, to tell us about what is really happening when it comes to the recent demolitions. Chief Priscilla, you know, this is a growing concern, you know.
A growing concern.
Yeah, there are videos that are, you know, coming up on our social media platforms where individuals will struggle to put money together, develop a project, and then just within 2-3 days, that particular project is brought down.
I see the videos and I feel very sad.
They are so disturbing, you know.
So the question I asked myself, how did we get here?
Yeah.
If he was not given any permission, or he didn't have the blessings of the assembly, then why was he able to raise the structure up to the point where they are even living in it?
Exactly. Some of them have even occupied their building already.
I find it very strange, but I'm sure that today, as we're going to have Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Frank Katapu, on here on the show, we'll be able to bring to light some of the situations and the reasons and how we can be able to prevent some of these things in the future. It's disheartening.
It is so disheartening.
To see somebody raise a building up to the point where they are inhabiting it,
you know,
and then they get to raise it down. The last time I watched the video of an elderly man,
who was saying that I have the uniforms of my children in the building. Let me go and then bring them out.
It was heartbreaking. And so we should see how we can prevent some of these things in the future. It's for this reason that we'll be bringing Mr. Katapu on board. I think going forward in the future, we can have other people in authority who can speak to these issues, and then we can work it out, because it's really heartbreaking to see your sweat and your investment go into such
go down the drain.
It's bad.
It's very bad. Yes, so that is it. That will be the message or the conversation we're having on the platform today. We'll also be bringing you the birthday wishes, where police officers and their loved ones who are still celebrating their birthdays in the month of May, will take time and then share in their excitement and joy. But before we kick the ball rolling on the show, we are going for our first breather. When we return, we'll keep up the momentum. Remember that a safe start leads to a great day. Do stay on. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us from that break. It is still the Sister Show on GH Police Television. This is where you stay informed, you stay ahead, you stay safe. And so we are diving in right with our traffic updates. And as I mentioned earlier, my colleague Sergeant Yusuf Brima is ready to bring us the latest traffic developments at a particular location. And so Brima, if you can hear me, good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of the Sister Show. I believe you are currently at the Dankwa Circle, right?
All right, good morning, my brother, Sergeant. Yeah, Boateng, and then the rest of the team. So you got it right. We are right at the Dankwa Circle, where we are bringing you the traffic situation this morning. In fact, I am surprised that you are still not giving up on the May and the October issue. You have known the number of dignitaries that we have been celebrating from 1st January up to this stage, but you are still angry that your month of October is the best month of the year when it comes to where the big men and women are born. But I'll still leave you to that argument, because for you, I know you will never yield to even the facts, even when what you're saying is wrong. And Chief Priscilla will support you all the time, so you don't worry. I did my one corner. So, just as I said, we are bringing you the traffic situation from the Dankwa Circle. So if you are moving around the Dankwa Circle this morning, this is the traffic situation that you should expect here. So on my right here is the traffic that is coming from Labone. You realize that the traffic situation is a bit heavy. So because of that, the officers who have been deployed here are stopping the various intersections to ensure that they move the traffic, so that you can find your way around easily without any trouble. There's a bit of traffic there, so the stop sections of the you'll be able to find your way around it and any issue. But that's easing from the direction to the Dankwa Circle. So there is a section of the which has been stopped by the officer who directing the traffic here. So as we speak, they have called the traffic that is coming from the Morning Star School direction that is having its way through. If you are going to police headquarters, or you are turning on your left to the Oxford Street as well, then you wouldn't have any issue around there. So just as you can see now, they have called the direction that is coming from the Labone direction, and then they are finding their way through easily without any much trouble. So at a point in time, they'll be stopping the various sections of the road so that they will have their way through easily without any trouble as well. So just as they were calling the traffic that is coming from Morning Star earlier, now they have stopped the traffic that is coming from the Morning Star, and rather calling the traffic that is coming from the Osu Oxford Street, and the one also coming from the Labone intersection, or the Labone stretch, if I may say. So when you get to the Dankwa Circle this morning, you should expect that if you are stopping the traffic, not found out that you can move around easily without any much trouble. So it's not because there's heavy traffic or there's so much congestion at the intersection. That is why they are stopping you. No, that is not the fact. It is because they are managing the traffic from the various intersections and ensure that everyone finds his or her way around the traffic intersection here without any trouble. So on my left here is the traffic that is heading to the police headquarters. You can see that there's an easy traffic flow through that direction all the way to the Ghana National Fire Service as well. So that is currently the situation as we see now at the Dankwa Circle here at Osu, which is under the jurisdiction of the Cantonment MCCD, which is represented by ASP Mr. Akote Mike Tango 11 as you may call him. So, I mean, looking at the traffic intersection here, we are going to pick a quick message from the commanding officer of the Cantonment Divisional MCCD before we wrap up this particular discussion here. Before we wrap up this discussion here. So, good morning, sir, and you are welcome to today's traffic update on your Facebook show on GH for this. Cantonment sits, I mean, in the want to understand, looking at where Cantonment sits, you have the presidency, I mean, zooming into your lane all the time, you have to be paving way for them going to the airport and all that. You want to understand how you cope with the pressure that is within the Cantonment jurisdiction.
Yeah, as you rightly said, Cantonment is, I think, is the heart of Accra. So, like you said, the president and the vice president are living around. They use the stretch all the time. Apart from them, other prominent live around. The Inspector General of Police live around, ministers live around, and we have to ensure that the road is accessible all the time for them. So that is why you see that all the time you see the policemen at the various intersections.
So happening live from the Dankwa Circle in Accra Cantonment, where our colleague Sergeant Yusuf Brima brought us the live happening at that particular area. And so if you know you are a motorist or you are a road user and then you are applying that stretch, please be mindful, and it should be it should be put in the known that there isn't heavy vehicular traffic on that particular stretch. You know, Chief Priest, I believe what you are seeing is normal, and a normal day. Usually within the rush hours of between 6 and then 10, you would find heavy vehicular traffic. But then this morning, I believe it's fine.
And especially on Fridays.
Exactly. You know, people are trying to or planning to, have their ways of traveling outside the region and all of that. But then from what we are seeing, I believe it's okay. And then police officers who have been deployed on that stretch are there to also manage and control traffic. And so that is it with our traffic updates on the Safe Start Show on GH Police Television. Was brought to us by our very own Sergeant Yusuf Brima. Next up, we'll be bringing you Police Today, where police stories that are shaping our communities are ready for your notice. And so we enjoy this break. I want to return. We'll have Police Today.
Right, you're welcome back from that quick break. This is still Safe Start on GH Police TV. Remember that we are streaming live on our streaming platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook at Ghana Police Service. Do join us with your comments, your questions as we go through the program, and then at the right time we'll read them out. If there are any questions in it, we'll have our experts who will be coming in the show later, answer them for you. And then if you're a police officer, you are in any of the security services, Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana National Fire Service, the Prison Service, you are a customs officer, immigration, it is your birthday or the birthday of a loved one in any of the security services that you know, do well to send their pictures and their details to us on a dedicated WhatsApp number 02462260 6064. 024 6226064. We'll do well to blow them out and celebrate them with you for their special days. Again, right now we are going to have Police Today. In Police Today, we bring you police news that are making the airwaves and then that have come up in the last 24 hours. And so we are joined in the studios by our colleagues from the Public Affairs Directorate, Policewoman Chief Inspector Jemima Mensah, and Sergeant Kwesi Tavia. You're welcome, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yes, Chief Jemima, let's have you on Police Today.
Okay, so with our first story, we have police declare suspect Sule Anas wanted for defilement. The Western Regional Police Command has declared suspect Sule Anas wanted in connection with defilement and unnatural carnal knowledge of 2 minors at Fijai Zongo Central near Sekendi. The suspect, an Arabic teacher, was employed by leaders of Fijai Zongo Central community to teach their children Arabic on weekends. Police investigation indicates that the suspect lured victims into a storeroom inside the mosque with the pretext of doing spiritual cleansing for them and ended up sodomizing and defiling the minors. A warrant for his arrest was issued on Wednesday, 20th May 2026 by the Gender Court, Sekendi. Suspect Sule Anas is fair in complexion and about 5'7" feet tall. Information gathered suggests that the suspect may be hiding in La Côte d'Ivoire or Togo. The command is urging anyone with credible information on the whereabouts of suspect Anas Sule, who is currently on the run, to contact the Western Regional Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, the nearest police, or call 191 or 112 for his arrest. And this was signed by Ms. Olivia Aduko, Superintendent of Police, Head Public Affairs Unit, 2nd Western Region.
Inanma Prosifwa ewo atoye mantamo hwehwe abrantie Sule Anas Acherno se wakofefe mamu abi asebe wafa won afa wonachi kyese oyobi a oye brema wone mema eda ewo Fijai Zongo a eben secondary anase secondary enchemu ene se abrantie no eye Arabic chechefo a Fijai Zongo empotamo wampanimfo edno ba se onchire wo ma Arabic kasa ewo memene da ene ne kwesi da bia prosi hwehwe mu se ode nada efa amofra no eko edan wo fra nyame wo manase o ya sore wo mu no fa ba bia wo kra won enema se okoye wo honhom mu ahodwira nanso oko dada amofra no efa won fa wachi otemuafo ama krata se on hwehwe no enche no mfa mra wo kotoni ma bosome ne da etoso adueno ewo mfiempemienu ene aduenu nsia ya emu Sule Anas ayeka na wansemi woni pakoko etenten be se anamon enum ene ekire kakra ensemu aprosifo enya no kire se ebia wakohinta ewo La Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast anase Togo. Prosifo sere obia o wansemu ebetimi aboa ma ya kire sa brantie se omoye na ye nkire no entem so obetimi de sa ma ne boy akwa prosifo a ewo dia ebia eben wo anase atoye mantaba prosifo anase obetimi so afre 191 anase 112 na waye yeboa ame akire Sule Anas wa bonefosami ehun.
With our second story, we have the IGP Cyber Vetting and Enforcement Team arrest suspect over threats against the president in viral videos. The IGP Cyber Vetting and Enforcement Team has arrested suspect Mahama Aminat, also known as Akosio Sewa Aminat, for offensive conduct and issuing threats against the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in video circulated on social media. The suspect was captured in some videos posted on TikTok making insulting remarks about the president, threatening the life of the president and inciting others to harm both the president and his wife. Following the circulation of the videos on 19th May 2026, a joint operation team involving the CVET and the surveillance unit of the National Operations Department arrested the suspect on 20th May 2026 at Seche Zongo in the Seche Kumewu district of the Ashanti region. The suspect is currently in police custody and will be put before court.
Posi adwumako ne fa ehwe abefo ntitafidie so abonofo sama chirobi a ofre no Mahama Aminat a dodo no ansa so efre no Akosua Sewa na hotedin eno no ewo ntitafidie eno so ewo kasa ne ehurahura eto omampani onimanyamfo John Dramani Mahama eso ewo kasafonwa ahodo bi a egentre ha ewo abefo ntita video no eso no eho ohuoba no wa TikTok kasafonwa ahodo bi emu se okasetia omampani na ode owu ehurahura nso esan so ede to ne so na o sha foforo nkran so se onye ne bone one na yire enso wochire no ewo kotonim abosomi ne da etoso adue no ewo sekire zongwa ewo sekire kumawu mantam no emu ewa santimantemu sesei oba no wa prosefo nsam an hwehwemu gu so ekoso a ebra esemu yede no beko akogina mra no na mra eno nadi.
With our last story, we have police investigate causing unlawful damage to property at Drobo Traditional Council's Palace. The Bono Regional Police Command has commenced investigations into the offense of causing unlawful damage to property at Drobo in the German South District of the Bono region. The complainant, Nana Tano Bediakon, the Kruntihini of Drobo Traditional Council, accompanied by 2 other persons on 19th May 2026, at about 9:30 a.m. reported that on same day at about 9:10 a.m., a group of people numbering about 15 men besieged the Drobo Traditional Council's palace wearing red bands on their heads and caused damage to the main door of the palace with the aim of taking possession of the facility. Upon receipt of the information, police proceeded to the scene of crime and found a group of people at the palace forecourt. The main entrance gate to the palace forecourt was damaged, the right section had been removed and was lying on the ground. The police retrieved 3 pump-action guns loaded with 14 rounds of BB ammunition and 1 single barrel gun from the Omanhenes people, which have been retrieved as exhibit. Preliminary investigations revealed that members of the Bosnia family who are aligned to the Drobo Queen Mother alleged they had information that Omanhene was going to install some sub-chiefs. They indicated that their presence was to prevent him from going ahead with the installation, but they were prevented by supporters of the Omanhene. There was a clash between supporters of the Omanhene of Drobo Traditional Council and the Queen Mother of Drobo Traditional Council at the palace forecourt following a misunderstanding. The family also alleged that they have secured an injunction from the Sunyani Regional House of Chiefs for the service of Omanhene, but he is evading service and has gone into hiding. Efforts are underway to identify and apprehend the perpetrators of the disturbances for prosecution. The command has since restored calm following the disturbances and urges all factions to resort to due process to resolve disputes. Meanwhile, the command will not hesitate to deal with anyone who falls foul of the law. And this was signed by Chief Inspector Thomas Akila, Public Relations Officer, Bono Regional Police Command.
Yenwian ma prosifo a ewo Bono mantamu ahye hwehwemu ase ewo basabasa ye bia ekoso ewo Drobo a ewo German atoye mansini no emu ewo Bono mantamu ensem no ekire se Nana Tano Bediakon a oye Kontihene ewo Nana no matena konwa ewo Drobo ene nipa mienu bia eka ne ho ene de amanebo ebre aprosifo wo ebobo some ne da etoso edunkron se anopa beye nonkron abapa ho sima edu ena mrantie beye dunum ebi ebo adikojan abobo wonti ebe to hye won so ese aponkese a eda ahemfie no ano a wo pese ankogya ahemfie no ekentenso aprosifo eyentem ekohokoje etu miensa ye friend se pump action Efrim Rantie ni bi ho a no de etu aboba BBB ede bese dunan ahyehemu saanso ena oje ba konso a eye single barrier dodo ano anim se ye frɛ no ti abofrɛ no efri Omanhene no nso enkrofo ho se enye adansedie enema nhwehwemu a edikan no eda na di se bosia busua na mu efa watae Drobo ba ahema no akire no eka se wotnya ntie se Omanhene ebesi ahene bi enti ena oba ho se enkobesi no kwan a omma no kwan ma no ntimi esisa ahenie no nanso obedu ono na Omanhene no akidifo nso ebo modern ase obesi won kwan a wo ma won wura himfie ho eno na de sa basabasa yi eba ya mentime ho ase ekowie akire na ensam bi akoso aprosefo edikopie mu akasakasa no akire no Omanhene no akidifo ene Drobo ba ahema no akidifo no ntem no enim no esansa mentome ho ase nti abusua no nso e kan se na wanya krata afri sunyane mantam ahenfo begwakuo no anankode ebre omanhene nanso omanhene empese ogie nti no ode no ho akotete baabi a na ohwehwe no na ode ama no prosifo abomoden ede enipa basabasa no wabomode ama asumdwe aba oguso a ehwehwe woni a edi animu ma sa basabasa yi ekoso ewo ahemfie ho se ode wonyina ebekwa kopie na emra n1 akon ahye prosifo bokoko se obia wo hyase a oye saade no prosifo bo modern amamra eno no dino den.
Wow. The stories right from the very first one we read, I don't know if you heard me while Chief Inspector Jemima was reading.
Yeah.
It's saddening that people we have reposed trust in to help teach our children have the same mind to sodomize them and to harm them in such a way. It's very sad.
And you know, Chief Isla, what surprises me the most has got to do with the institution that recorded this abominable acts. You know, a supposedly religious institution that stands out for values in our society, and then you end up having an Arabic teacher, you know, performing this execrable crime.
It's very sad.
It is quite unfortunate.
I don't want to imagine how the leaders or the people who selected or had him come over teach them. I don't know what they may be feeling right now, because I'm sure they had better plans for the children, that somebody should come and then a teacher, a role model, somebody we look up to, a mentor. And how did you end up doing that?
Even some of us who are not even Muslims and we are Christians and we come across our stories, you know, the feeling becomes something else. But if you are a Muslim and then you have your kids or your wards in this particular school, and then you hear such stories, you know,
it's chilling.
It's so bad, you understand. But I don't know. But now you ask yourself, whom are we to trust? You know,
it's very sad.
Exactly, you understand.
Because when we send our wards off to school, we believe and we trust that the teachers, the mentors, the facilitators.
Yes, you are nurturing the children.
Exactly.
You know? And so when you end up hearing stories of that nature where you take your children to school and then they end up being sodomized by their own teachers, you know, it becomes something else.
So I think at this point, parents and guardians, we should make a conscious effort of talking to our kids, our children, when they come back from school.
You know, have that conversations with them, for them to open up and tell us what about that transpired. Because if you're a parent and you don't really establish that relationship with your ward, and you're that kind of, you know, I'm so strict, I don't engage them, you may be missing out on such vital information, right? But then if you're conversational, anytime they return from school, daddy, mommy, when you go, exactly, whatever thing that happens, they'll tell you, you know. But this man certainly, as we have promised, he'll be arrested. He'll be arrested. We are being informed that he has currently, you know, taken to his heels and possibly hiding in La Côte d'Ivoire or Togo. You can run, but you can't hide.
Sure.
Yeah.
So at this point, Chief Inspector Jemima, let's have your take on the stories you read. I'm so sad. All of a sudden, it has overshadowed all the other stories.
The first story has overshadowed all the other stories. Indeed. These are people we trust.
Yes.
Parents trust teachers blindly.
Sure.
They never expect that these teachers will cause any harm to their kids. So for you to come out with such investigations and such findings is disturbing. I don't know how their parents are feeling at this moment. I don't think they will ever trust any other teacher to teach their kids. I don't know whether they're going to keep their kids in the house or whether they're going to do homeschool training. It's disturbing, and it's also going to cause fear and panic in other parents.
Yes. But I pray that the children get the needed help, because this is going to be a trauma for them. And I can trust the domestic violence and victim support unit to bring them the help, counselors, health practitioners to take them through counseling, to steer them on the right path, people who have the position to help them out of that traumatic experience, and then also get them to be get that thing out of them in the past. Yes, Sergeant Tyria, let's hear you too.
Yes, Mahama Minat.
You know, I was even coming to that for the second one.
They die here born in on taste dogo.
David. Until so
yeah, wa for 10 so yeah near chill.
And last week yeah kwan say another story. Akwa ku gina also police na so
na kushia. They are
catering me. Binti bu ku ni ade ni ale e ko chi no say na be content na ade.
Content say.
You know.
Na wa kire no. Eti na friend say be ya futu sama ma bi na wan so e kam ya say e hye bi no mu nkran ya oguso a wodi say adwuma. Ti be sere ye nuanom say wonya kwanya ba be fontintan fidie no so a ya de a esafata ya de esafata na wo de no ko for abone fo sam de a se ne process ahene na ni abra ye nyina de ho agim no enche kra on be ko da adwabu enye sua de ma ye nyina.
We've sat on this platform, you know, to issue several caveats to individuals who are on the social space. Then, as much as you are giving freedom of speech, doesn't mean that you can just pick up your smartphone and then be spewing
not at all
quote unquote rubbish, you know, or be issuing words of threats to individuals. How can an ordinary citizen in this country be praying for or be wishing death, you know, on the head of state?
No, but how do you even wish that for anybody at all?
Exactly, you understand. And you expect.
do you do?
I don't know whether they are there to test the security
waters or
apparatus of the Ghana Police. Exactly, you know.
But why would you want to
I don't
test
know.
the security
It just doesn't make sense to me.
services?
It just
You
doesn't make
see,
sense.
I often hear people say, "Oh, na atemdidie keke de say nye bibi." Atemdidie ye bibi. You see, the point is, you are insulting somebody. You are issuing these words that you may think they are just mere words. No, but have you forgotten that this can escalate into something else?
Exactly.
You say this, and then somebody else also comes to reply
Very well,
you.
yeah.
They may not be insults, but this may be physical, and we don't want that. And so, Section 207 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 says that when you insult somebody, when you issue such words to anybody at all, that's insulting.
Yeah.
The law must catch up with you.
Yeah.
And so I believe in the security services to deal with this expediently. And it should also serve as a cue to others who are into this or planning to go into this.
We are hoping that we don't get such occurrence
Yes,
again.
let's sanitize the media space.
Yeah.
We learn a lot from there. And so the best we can do in this regard is to make it safe for all of us.
Yes, and then I think a couple of days ago too, I also read a story on the social space where a 21-year-old lady was arrested at the Ashaman police station after she had gone there to visit. Her boyfriend was in detention, only for her to, you know, plant into the meat pie some
narcotic
substance,
drugs.
exactly, you know. And I was like, can you imagine? So how was she even seeing the police
I
officer there?
don't understand.
That you think you can just go there, give out anything without
I
submitting that into
think we
inspection?
should be drumming some of these cases.
Oh, yes,
When you
yes,
work at the
yes,
station, you see these a lot.
Yeah.
So people do not, maybe because we do not publish them as many as they come, so they don't know that we are actually able to detect. Because if you bring food to any inmate, we have to test the food. We have to check whether it is banku, whether it is bread. That I think it was pie or
It was
something.
meat pie and then yogurt.
And then yogurt. You know, the food is going to be tested because anything that any inmate is going to take has to be tested to be known that it is wholesome.
Yeah.
And so don't think that because you have planted it in there, so you can give it to, and that no way. What are you planning to do? That the person who is incarcerated should smoke in there and then do what exactly? I am sure the person may even have been arrested for this same offense.
Exactly.
And then you are also feeding him or you are bringing it's so bad. It's so bad. So over there at the police stations, we make a lot of arrests in this regard. So don't think that you can outsmart the police persons at the counter and then get your staff across to them. We arrest them every day.
Absolutely.
I think it's high time we should be publishing them as and when they come so that it will serve as a guide to people who want to involve in such. I remember very well when I was at Tesano police station, there was this guy, he was visiting his brother. He did the same
thing.
They arrested him and he joined his brother himself. So imagine. And now the problem is the offense that brought his brother was not too major. Okay. And so the brother got released. Okay. And then he went to court and then he was sentenced. He did life at Insawam. And so please, let's be cautious of these things.
Yeah. So we'll continue to issue caveats to individuals who are on the social space that in as much as there is that freedom of expression, you must be mindful of whatever thing that you are propagating or disseminating out there, not to get yourself into trouble. All right, so that is it with our Police Today segment on the Sister Show. It is a Friday camouflage edition of the show and was brought to us by our very own colleagues, Policewoman Chief Inspector Jemima Mensah, and then Sergeant Kwesi Tewia. We are going for a quick break. When we return, it will be now time for sports and then our big conversation. Do stay tuned. Be right back. Welcome back. It is now time for sports updates on the Sister Show. And as I mentioned earlier, gradually the season is coming to an end, and most of our sporting disciplines into various competitions are also bringing their seasons to an end. And so as we speak now, the football men and then women's team are not in action because their season is over. As we speak now, again, it is, I believe, the volleyball team that is in action in the basketball. But last week, Chief Priscilla, at the Elwak basketball courts,
yes,
an unfortunate incident transpired. During the game that was happening there, we had some medical challenge. A player from the opposing team had collapsed on the field of play. And just yesterday, the information that I received was that the player has passed away. Yeah, so it is a sad news coming in there.
Very sad.
Michael Ahen of Nungwa Coastal Basketball Club has passed away after collapsing during Accra Basketball League game. And so to affected families, our heartfelt commiserations to you. May you be comforted. Exactly. Yeah. That's a sad development. In the world of sports, when such occurrences happen, it becomes so heartbreaking.
Very.
Yeah.
I can understand.
The families of the late Michael Ahin, our words of condolences to you this morning. And then we pray that may you be comforted by our Lord Jesus. All right. So away from that, we also have another game coming off this Sunday at the Amandi Volleyball Courts on the 24th of May 2026. It is the police volleyball men's team playing against Town Council Line, TCL, on Sunday at 8 a.m. at the Amandi Volleyball Courts at the National Police Training School, Tesano. That's a police training school here in Accra. That is the week 10 fixture of the ongoing volleyball league within the Greater Accra region of Ghana. And Chief Priscilla, the volleyball men's team of the Ghana Police Service is it's a powerhouse.
They're amazing.
Certainly we know that they're going to win that particular match again. So, but we'll be there to support you, to ensure that you just clinch this victory. And so that is it for the latest in our world of sports. We are going for health tips on the show, and with our health tips, we are crossing over to the Ghana Police Hospital as we usually do to bring you the causes and prevention of kidney disease. And this one is going to be brought to us by Chief Superintendent of Police, Dr. Frank Dodo, who is the head of the public health units at the Ghana Police Hospital. So it's about kidney disease, what causes it, and then the possible preventive measures. So let's enjoy this presentation. We'll be right back after this.
My name is Chief Superintendent Dr. Frank Diodu. I'm the head of public health in the Ghana Police Hospital. Today we have the opportunity to share with you the health of the kidney. On the 12th of March 2026, we celebrated World Kidney Day. And this was an opportunity for us to share with the general public the health of the kidney, what the kidney does in our body, and what each and every one of us is supposed to do to ensure that the kidney remains healthy so it can continue to do its work. The kidney is one of the organs in the body, and it serves the main purpose of removing
waste from the body. So you realize that the body takes in chemicals either through breathing or the food we eat. When it gets into the body, it will be
processed, and after processing there is waste. When the waste is generated, the body has to get rid of it, and it uses the kidney to do that work. There are certain activities by human beings that can affect the kidney such that it will be diseased, it will be infected, it will not be able to do its work well. So we want to take note of those ones so we can avoid them. One of the critical activities of human beings that affects the work of the kidney is abuse of painkillers, certain medications, painkillers. So some of us, anytime we are having any pains in the body, we walk to the pharmacy and then we buy pain medication. And unfortunately, we don't always follow the prescription that is given to us. In that case, we can affect the kidney, and the kidney will develop complications. And when the kidney develops complications, it is unable to do its work. There are certain other conditions that affect the kidney, which includes hypertension and diabetes. We also have chronic infections. Certain infections can affect the kidney. And so what we say is that when you are infected, it has to be treated. And when it's treated, we have to make sure that it's fully treated so that the kidney can remain healthy. When our blood pressure is high, it has to be controlled. And we have to ensure that it is sustained, the control is sustained. What we notice usually is that people take medication for a period and then they stop the medications. They wouldn't check again whether their blood pressure is controlled. That can affect the kidney. We also would advise that we shouldn't take herbal medications which have not been prescribed. So you'd realize that whether it is herbal, traditional or orthodox medication, it has to undergo the proper prescription and then a proper dosing so we don't overload our system. When we do all these things, the kidney will remain healthy, and then we add that we should eat food that promote good health of the kidney. So make sure you take a lot of fruits and hydrate your body, take a lot of water so that the kidney can do its work well and we will all stay healthy. Thank you.
Right, that was Chief Superintendent of Police, Dr. Frank Dodu, who is the head of Public Health Unit at the Police Head Hospital. I beg your pardon. He came our way with causes and prevention of kidney diseases. Now, in the past, we used to hear that this problem or this affliction was a reserve for the elderly, but now we see young people being affected with kidney. It's a worrying situation. And so he came our way to tell us what to know, what to do, how to prevent such occurrences. Lifestyle is one major thing he spoke about. So eat healthy, hydrate yourself a lot. I sometimes hear people say, oh, I only drink water when I'm thirsty. Even if you're not thirsty, please make sure that you're drinking something. Okay, let drink something, water, and then keep yourself hydrated. And then eat more fruits, be active, exercise a lot, and then take care of the food you eat. Anything you are ingesting, make sure that it is wholesome, it is healthy, and it's going to help you boost your health. Please, let's help to stay very healthy and then prevent kidney diseases. Sergeant White, it's worrying when you go to the hospitals and then even on the socials, you see a lot of young people and they're talking about this person has kidney, and it's worrying. It takes a lot of finances going into the treatment of kidney, and then even sometimes there are consequences of death.
Exactly. Yesterday, I overheard an expert on a different platform saying that people who have been diagnosed with issues with their kidney even end up dying before their time because of
the fear.
Out of fear. This one is coming out of research, the stress on their brains, thinking that they'll be dying anytime soon. But, it appears that the youth of today are also not paying attention to their health. Dr. Dodo said that you must eat healthy foods, always stay hydrated.
Yes.
You know, these are, I believe, two main factors that are causing kidney issues in the human body. And so we will continue to raise that awareness on this platform. And now there isn't any age range.
Yes.
You find people as young as 22, 23 being diagnosed of kidney issues, and then they have been placed on dialysis, you know. And so it tells you that you must be very careful of what you take into our body, what you consume, you know. If you don't do so, and then your kidney has an issue, the financial burden alone, you know, will just, you know, declare you something. I mean, a dead person.
No matter how much you have saved.
Absolutely, because look at the amount of money people are investing or investing, visiting the hospital for their dialysis every, I think, 2 or 3 days. You know? It is mind blowing.
Very.
You ask yourself that, do you have that financial clout? If not, please don't push yourself to that condition.
Exactly.
Make sure you eat well, drink a lot of water, and then stay mindful.
Yes. Again, we should also, aside doing all of these, you may think that, oh, me, I'm healthy, I'm okay, I'm just walking fine. I wake up and I'm healthy. I go to work, I do what I have to do. But please, let's do regular checkups. Okay, you must designate at least once or twice in a year to go have your entire body thoroughly checked against some of these things, so that early detection, I'm sure, also saves lives.
Exactly.
And so if you find the slightest thing, do not overplay or downplay it. I heard somebody say that our body speaks to us.
Exactly.
So it will start small.
Yeah, to give you some signs and symptoms, you know, but often you ignore them. You understand?
Yes. So you sleep and you wake up and then you are not feeling it today, so you think it's gone.
It's normal,
but it's piling up. I think we have to take
and the
care
typical
of
attitude of a Ghanaian, you know, we don't have that attitude of visiting the hospital frequently for medical checkup. Usually we visit the pharmacies to just, you know, abuse the usage of drug. I think I'm feeling feverish, and so my conscience is telling me that it should be normal malaria. So when I get there, pharmacist, please, I feel so stressed that
over the counter medicine.
Yes, my tongue is a bit bitter or so please give me malaria.
Sometimes we even go and then we prescribe the medicines ourselves.
You know? Yeah, that is a bad
so somebody will say, oh, my mother or my sister was not well, they gave her this. I'm also feeling the same symptoms, so give me something like that. Yes, please, let's take a cue from all of these and then stay healthy. So thank you to Chief Superintendent of Police, Dr. Dodu from the police hospital, and to everybody at the police hospital, especially Medical Director Dr. Otunya Akun, Commissioner of Police, and to everybody else at the police hospital, especially my sister, Chief Inspector Faustina Nunekweku, who is the PR Director for the police hospital. We thank you all. You are great partners of ours. Always coming our way with health tips to make us stay healthy. Now we are going to have a biggest conversation on the show. And so we are joined in the studios by Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Frank Katapu Esquire, who is the third in command at the Property Fraud Unit here at the CID headquarters. I'm sure you must be wondering why we are also all wondering the pictures, the videos, and the stories that have been making the airwaves lately about demolitions. We've been seeing it. And we keep asking ourselves, how did we get here? Where were the authorities, where the structures were being put up to the point where people are inhabiting it? So why are we breaking them down now? Why are we demolishing? Why are we asking that the entire place is cleared? Today, he's here to answer some of these questions for you. So please, let's get conversational. Let's get interactive. Send in your questions, your comments as the conversation is ongoing. And then at a point in time, we'll break and ask your questions, and they will be answered for you. Welcome to the studio once again, sir.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Yes, sir. It's been a while. You've been a great host on our show in previous times. So we love bringing you back because viewers love you.
Exactly.
They have a lot of questions. The last time we couldn't finish all.
Exactly. You know.
Yes, but today we are talking about entirely different demolitions. But I'm sure it will go into other areas as well. Anything landed property. That is why Mr. Katapu is here. So please load him with your questions. Okay, we'll ask for you. Yes, sir, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you once again, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir.
But it's been a while.
Yes, sir. Once I'll make myself visible, I'll be coming to the office. You're welcome again, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
good morning to our cherished viewers, colleagues out there who are on the field, making sure that we protect lives and property.
Yes, sir.
May the Lord continue to keep all of you safe.
Amen. Amen. So let's dive straight into it. What are some of the legal and administrative failures that you see directly leads to the demolitions that we experience? Is it multiple land sales? Is it chieftaincy disputes? Is it lack of proper planning or zoning? Is it the reason why we are seeing what we are experiencing lately?
I should think that the problems that lead to demolition are multifaceted.
Yeah.
They are assorted, but chiefly, in our part of the world, the major issue has to do with planning chasing development.
Okay.
Where you see that in more civilized or civilized society, one will expect that development will rather chase planning.
Yeah. Sure.
Where there's proper planning, proper layout, utilities are provided before development begins.
Sure.
In an area, that is the proper order that things ought to follow. However, in our part of the world, it is the opposite.
Yeah.
We start development in areas that are not even properly zoned, areas that are not properly laid out, without permits. We begin to develop before even planning chases us in this direction. So by the time planning gets to the area, you can see human settlement.
Yes.
And these human settlements tend to interfere with the planning and zoning of the area, which invariably will affect some of these settlements.
Yes.
Also, there is also an issue of undefined land boundaries.
Okay.
Where the beginning and the end of a family or stool land also is the beginning of another entity's land.
Yes.
And most often these boundaries are not well defined. So it creates problems as to which part of this land falls into family A or stool A's land. And this sometimes leads to litigation. And like I said, because human settlement has already gotten there, people may be settled there prior to the institution of some of these suits or litigations, and judgments come and enforcement follows, and this affects some of these people who are caught in these overlapping areas, basically. Others also can be attributed to the individual developers. At the time of acquiring land, like I said, there's no proper zoning, proper layout. So we just get land, we buy without doing proper due diligence. And we end up either building waterways, building in, areas marked for public space.
Okay.
Or communal space. So when the time has come for those areas to be used, then your property have to give way.
Yes.
Because your personal interest cannot supersede or override the interest of the public. So these are some of the few challenges that may arise.
Wow.
Wow. In recent times, Chief Isla, I've been seeing videos on TikTok, to be precise, where people put up their structures, to the point of even living in them. And then only for you to wake up, and then you have excavators on the side, you are being told that you are built on a waterway, you are built on a government land, you are supposed to vacate. You have been given a series of warnings, you are not adhering to these warnings, and then they are devastating.
Yes.
Recently, there was one of the famous Ramsar sites, Sakumono Lagoon area, where this over 70-year-old man was seen saying that I have my uniforms of my grandchildren in the building, let me go in and pick them. They say, no, you can't go inside. And then he was just standing there, helpless and alone.
Yes.
The building was brought down. In this particular situation, what would be the most, defining moment, or what would be the most difficult situation for a victim or an individual who has struggled to put money together, develop a building, to the extent of even roofing it, living in it, and then you are told that this is a government land. It is a land where you are not supposed to build because it is a waterway. But you ask yourself that there are some institutions in Ghana that have been mandated by law to oversee such issues. But then, where are they? Only for them to wait for people to put up their structure and then they are demolished.
And it's sad. It's sad because developing a property entails a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of money and investment goes into it. Like I said, property development goes beyond the lifetime of an individual. It is a legacy that we are living. So sometimes it's disturbing emotionally to see some of these things happen. But be that as it may, in the Ghanaian part, the law is the law.
Exactly, you know, the law is the law.
Sometimes we try to show emotions and do what is expected of law enforcement. These issues, may be in twofold, on the part of the individual developer and on the part of enforcement.
Okay.
On the part of enforcement, in every district, every municipality or metropolitan assembly, we have the spatial planning or the spatial planning department, formerly known as Town and Country Planning.
Yes.
Now we have a new law, there's the Special Planning Act. So they basically are the frontline enforcers when it comes to development within the jurisdiction of the particular assembly. So one would have thought that once development begins, the inspection units, because all of them have inspection units of this department, would be at the forefront and prevent such unauthorized or illegal development. But if you work closely with them, you may not blame them that much. Lack of logistics. Some of the assemblies are struggling. And these areas are vast. The inspection unit at least needs to have a car. There must be daily patrols. Because you can't sit in the office and know what is happening.
Exactly, you must be on the field.
So if they don't have the resources, we tend to blame them that much. It's unfortunate. It is their mandate. But if we don't resource them, if we are not able to resource them as a state for them to perform their function, we tend to blame them. And unfortunately, so resourcing them is another issue. Of course, there are others who sleep on the job, where they don't even make any effort to find out what is happening within their jurisdiction. Also, the individual developer. Sometimes some of the assemblies are up and doing. You notice that they come around with red mark.
Some inscriptions, on the building,
Stop work, use permits. You remove by these dates. But we don't. Because the ordinary Ghanaian think that once I have put up a structure, that is the end. But unfortunately, that is not the end. That is not the end. So if you are developing a structure and the assembly steps in, it is a warning to you. They say produce a permit. The idea behind that is not necessarily for you to come for permit, but for them to be able to ascertain that where you are developing falls within or is consistent with the development plan of the area. If you continue your building, yes, within the laws, the assembly has powers to obtain orders in appropriate situation and put down your structure. Now, you cited the Ramsar site example. Personally, from where I sit and the data that is available, I would say it is largely as a result of people who think that laws does not exist
in this country.
And people who think that law does not work. Because you can see clearly that people see the risk and they decide to run it.
Because Chief is like, over years, we see videos of people getting their
Ramsar site. It is a classified area. It is a wetland that receives all the wastewaters up from the mountains through to Adenta and all the enclaves down. It is a classified area. If you pick any land within that enclave, you conduct a search now, you see the Ramsar site acquired by an executive instrument, which is managed by the Forestry Commission. But traditional authorities that hitherto were the original owners of the land prior to the compulsory acquisition of these lands by the state, believe that they have some right of claim to this land. I'm aware some of them engage government or are still engaging government for the release of these lands to them. But government knows the importance of that area.
Right.
So government is not willing at this stage to release these lands.
Okay.
But the traditional authorities go ahead to allocate, sell, grant some of these areas to people.
Wow.
And the individuals acquire it.
Wow.
Because we spoke, we dealt with how to acquire land
Like said the last time.
on this platform. And people who would even go and conduct a search at the Lands Commission, and the search will disclose that this is a classified area, it's a state acquired land, it's a public land. They still go ahead and put money there.
Yeah.
When you put money there, you are running a risk.
Yeah.
And one thing that the New Land Act is so clear on, I think section 236 thereabout.
Okay.
Any state land, any public land that anybody enters, you unlawfully occupy. You put up a structure. It can be a mansion. The state or the state agency responsible for the management of that land is clothed with powers under the New Land Act to pull it down.
Right.
Wow.
Without even a court order. All that the law requires them to do is to serve you a notice.
Okay.
Give you notice that I'm giving you up to this day, maybe within 21 days. That's the regular or the usual number of days they will give you to remove those structures. And I do not think that they move to those areas without giving them notice.
Yeah, they do.
They serve them notice, but we ignore it.
Yeah.
Today, I believe if you go to Ramsar side, people will be putting up new structures.
Yes. How big?
So you
the
ignore
fact
it.
that they have demolished
Previous one,
Yes,
so
yes.
that's
Only
not
a couple of
It's
days.
been
Yeah,
ongoing.
yeah,
It has become an annual ritual. They pull down, they go back.
Wow.
They pull down, they go back. But the law is clear. Section 236 of the Land Act. If you have time, you are a developer, please look at it.
Exactly.
It is so broad.
Yeah.
It has given the state institutions that manage public land so much power and authority.
Yeah.
Previously, they don't have that power. They need to go to court and do all of those things which buy time. But this time, they just need to serve you notice.
Yes.
Once it is determined that it's a public land, they just have to serve you notice. They will have to pull it down. And even to a large extent, the law even empowers them
Wow.
that they can even take action against you to recover the cost of removing your structure.
Okay, yeah, because they come there with some equipment
Yes,
to work
yes,
and all of
yes.
They
that.
will
Yeah.
recover the structure
Wow.
at your expense.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
You understand?
You have
Yes.
wasted money on a project and then it has been
Yes.
demolished for you to also go and
You
embed the cost.
recover the cost of demolishing your structure, your own structure.
Yeah.
And again, that particular provision even criminalizes the conduct of the entities that sell that land.
Okay.
And the punishment is there between 5 to 15 years
Of
in
imprisonment.
imprisonment.
Wow.
So people need to take caution that land that is state land, until that land is released formally by the state to the original owners or the allodial owners, or if it is a forest area or a water, an area that is reserved as a wetland, until it is declassified. You cannot, as an individual,
Yes.
buy, sell, or develop in those areas. You are running a risk.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
state, when the time comes for the state to act, they will act.
So, Council, from your narrative, then it means that most of these disputes, emanate from these traditional authorities and then state agencies as well. Because from what you are saying, someone may go to the court, the Lands Commission, to conduct a search on a
Yes.
particular land, even though they are told that this land belongs to the states. Probably these traditional authorities will go behind them, try to persuade or cajole them to buy it.
Even tell you that we have the court, the court ruled in our favor.
Exactly,
So we have judgment in our favor. so
but
we
in
can
as much
sell it.
as you receive such words from them, you should, once you have gone to the Lands Commission to conduct a search and you are told that it is a classified zone and please don't venture, and in do so, you do so at your own risk. So it is quite troubling. It is
Yes.
quite troubling. Chief Priscilla.
Yes, Sergeant Boy, we have some questions coming in.
Yes, so we mentioned that this show is streaming live on all our social media platforms, precisely on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, on X. And so please, we are discussing the pervasive demolition exercise happening here in Accra. And so if you have any questions whatsoever, please do well and then send them to our various social media platforms. We have our expert here, an astute legal practitioner. He's going to do justice to them before he takes leave over. But then currently, let's read some messages that have come on our live streaming on Facebook. And this one is a very first message coming from Michael Poku. Michael says, I'm very impressed for seeing this. Ghana is moving forward to the next generation. Thank you so much, Michael. And then Citizen Gustav says, great job, Ghana Police. Very, very impressive. And then this one is also coming from Kwedo Sapon Boache. He says, police at Tuase in the Ashanti region, the drug pushers are in town, causing problems in the town. Please take action immediately against the drug pushers. Commander of Tuase Police Station, please reset the town. All right, thank you so much, Kwedo. And then this one is coming from Nkrumah Ebenezer. He says, we love you, Ghana Police Service. Thank you so much. And then Pat Mackay says, God bless you all. And then Joe Fibonacci says that, please, MTTU, can't traffic lights be used and law enforced? Minimize the manual labor, please. Monitor from office with cameras and then fine corporates. Yes, that could be done. That would be the new PR, police invisible eyes are watching. So Joe, very soon, please relax. Once that particular bill is passed from Parliament, you get to know that we are not going to see police officers on the roads. Everything is going to be technology deployed and employed on our roads, right? All right. So Joe comes back to say that you are doing very well, Ghana Police Service. Thank you so much. And then TK Ayena says, I love this. Thanks, Ghana Police Service. And then Ecstasy Media says that, can your various regional or district offices have their respective Facebook pages for regular updates and acts like this? Or it's just not allowed, Ghana Police Service? All right, so that is it. We have a public affairs directorate here at the National Police Headquarters, which supersedes all these things. So that is it. And then Stanley Scott Mensah says that Ghana Police Service to the next level, happy for the nation. Raymond Dakota Range Rover says that, hey, Sule, you can't run away from your shadow, and you can't run away from your shadow under this police administration. All right, and so that is it, Chief Minister. Those are the messages you have received on our Facebook live streaming. Okay, so it is still the big conversation happening live on the Safe Start Show on GH Police Television, and we are privileged to have with us Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Frank Katapu Esquire, the third in command at the Property Fraud Unit at the CID headquarters, basically telling us some of the causes, that leads into the various demolitions we are seeing in Accra, precisely with the Ramsar site. We are saying that, Chief Minister, that is an area that has been zoned, as a classified area. And so if you go there to buy any land, you do so at your own risk.
Exactly.
And you don't wait for a demolition exercise to happen, then you come and tell us that you are crying, you have invested a lot of attaching emotions.
Some even say they have permits.
Exactly.
Yes.
The last year or so, there was one woman who said that there was an official, in fact, she was alleged there was an official from EPA who came to her and told her that you should go ahead and then construct the building because nothing can be done to her. So, council, in such situations, what do you do? Because last year there was a video that went viral. A woman saying that there was a gentleman who came to her to take an amount of money and then urged her to continue with the project. That thing is going to be done to her, only for her to wake up and then the building was demolished.
Yes, of course. I will be very surprised if officialdom grants permit to anybody to build there.
Yeah.
We operate within human institutions. Yes. There are recalcitrant officers everywhere.
Black sheeps.
Of course. Even within our own fold, you can't deny it. So people purporting to be acting in official capacities may give you the encouragement and facilitate some of these illegal conduct.
Yes.
However, I'll be surprised to see an official permit signed by a responsible officer from any of the assembly sanctioning development in that area. I will be very surprised. If any of such permit is granted lawfully or by the assembly, it will be deemed irregular.
Yes.
And I think that an individual who applies for permit in that area and you have been so granted and you rely on the permit to develop in that area, you may have to test the law and see whether there will be any remedy for you at all. Because in the first place, a prudent, reasonable buyer, you also have to be put on notice.
Exactly.
That it is a public knowledge that area is a Ramsar site.
Yeah.
It is a public knowledge that area is a public.
I know, right? Because before you go, they can see.
How do you then apply for permit and obtain permit?
Yeah.
To develop
a wetland.
I mean,
or classified.
it doesn't.
area.
It doesn't. I mean, sound that well for me.
Yes.
But any official, I think, who issues permit in that area, if there is evidence to that effect, I think the authorities will have to deal with that
Sure,
official,
you have to deal with
decisively.
Right. So it goes to tell us that if you happen to be a victim of a demolished project, you are not receiving any compensation from the state. Even if you are not fortunate, council have said that there is even a provision in the law that allows such people to bear the cost of your own demolition.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are thinking that you can just invade onto any state land and then put up a structure, and you think if there is an order for it to be demolished, you sit there and say that I'll be compensated, and so then it means that you are just deceiving yourself.
Exactly. I think when these laws are enforced, it will make people who want to venture into such lands, whoever is offering it to you, I think they will have a rethink. Because if the government has to come and demolish the area, then it means you are going to even be charged. You can even go to jail for it.
Exactly. So what we have on our screens now is a demolition exercise currently ongoing. I think this one was somewhere around. I saw one at the Akweje area around Osu, Labadi. An excavator.
How long ago was this?
About a week or two ago. Some squatters on a particular piece of land, where they've been issued with notice to move out of that particular, but then they were not moving. And so, when it happens like that, you'll be there in your room and then the demolition will just happen. And then when it happens like that, you don't expect anyone to have sympathy for you,
Okay, so let's have your take on some of these issues. We see people standing around their places of abode have been raised down.
Yeah, and I'm seeing an official from NADMO.
Yes.
And I believe certainly.
So that's a sanction.
Exactly.
By the authorities. It's sad to have your residents pulled down in such a way, but I think we can prevent some of these things.
Yes, Chief is recently you were saying that the rains are coming down. Very soon we'll be entering into fully rainy season.
And Accra, when it rains,
it is problematic.
Yes.
And most of these agencies have told us that people build on waterways, and that results in the kind of rampant floodings we have in Accra, And so NADMO are taking proactive steps to ensure that this year we don't really record any series of flooding as we used to be. So if you have any structure, you have any building on any waterway, to be demolished, to be cleared. So that's what we are seeing, And I don't think without this one, anybody can come around and say that where I have put up my structure is a legitimate place, so you can't go ahead and then demolish that. But we only plead with them that they should also be proactive by way of preventing such of these things from happening.
That's my whole point in all of this. So we understand that these are marked places for public interest. So the government has interest in it, and it overrides any other individual or an organization's interest. We understand, but please, just so you don't get to the point where they have built to this point and then raise them down. So you do regular checks. Right from when they are starting, or right from when they have acquired it. So if there is something that I think authorities can do to prevent some of these things, I think it should be welcoming, because it's very sad. Your whole life, like, being raised down in a day.
And the way they behave when these structures are being brought down.
Try to put yourself in their shoes and see. Because, okay, so this structure here, I believe, serves as a place of abode for a family, somebody, a family.
Yeah, so you can see them standing around.
And then early morning, they usually come very early in the morning.
Very early in the morning,
And then where are you going? You start asking yourself, is it time to pack and go back to your village, or what do you do? I can understand. But that is...
So you see, you can see the red marking.
Yes.
So that means notices have been set. Notices have been set on them. You see, and these things is a shared responsibility. Much as we blame the state agencies for not, up to the task and doing regular visits to these areas, I think citizens also have a responsibility. We have a civic responsibility to assist in the management of the state. So you do this, and I challenge you. Next year, go back there. The same set of people will put up new structures.
Wow.
In the same area.
Wow.
even after state agencies have taken steps to get rid of those, they go back
You'll
and
find a way to restructure. Yeah.
So you ask us, how long should the state agencies be revisiting the same area every now and then? Yes, granted that there is housing deficits, granted that, I mean, the ordinary Ghanaian or the average Ghanaians are unable to afford rent in these areas, but it does not also mean that any land at all, any space at all we see, we put up unauthorized structures for occupation. Like I said, just for purpose of emphasis, I refer to Section 236 of the Land Act 2020 at 1036. If you look at Section 236, subsection 5, it says where a person unlawfully occupies or encroaches on or interferes with a public land, the appropriate agency or a duly authorized agent of that appropriate agency may, in writing, serve a notice on the person personally or by affixing the notice to a part of the land affected, requiring the person to vacate the land within a period of no less than 21 days from the date of the notice. Then subsection 6 says where the person refuses or fails to vacate the land within the period specified in the notice, the appropriate agency or a duly authorized agent of the appropriate agency may eject that person from the land, confiscate or remove all goods of the person from the land, abate any nuisance or terminate any interference caused by that person on the land, confiscate or demolish or remove any structure or obstacle on the land. Then subsection 8, which is key, it says that the appropriate agency or duly authorized agent of the appropriate agency is not liable in any civil action. That is in case when you ask for compensation. It's not liable under this section in respect of any act done in good faith in the execution or intended execution of the provision of this section. So it has given the state agents so much power. So we need to be careful. You any place, walkway, waterway, a public designated place constitute public place, public land. And you see what is happening here. You can see that individuals have built on their plots, which is not a public land. But the right of way, access road, they have encroached onto the asset road by extending their structures onto the asset road. So how do you expect others to move freely to other places? You can see that building, for example, you see that the building is probably is out there, but the extension is encroaching on public way, and it has to be removed.
Wow. So let's get into this as well. In as much as there are demolitions of unauthorized structures and then all of that, but I can understand that some are also done illegally on the part of state institutions. So are there compensations for these people who get their properties demolished illegally? And then if there are, what are the reasonable processes that they can go through to get their compensations paid to them?
Yes, of course, there may be SSCs, and SSCs, if there are SSCs, there are remedies available to affected persons. The defining character here is to find out if the land is a public land. If it is not a public land and it's a private land, and state agencies or any other individual who has no lawful authority to pull down such structures, pull it down. Of course, you have recourse in law. You may want to report to police. Of course, when police investigates, there is an offense known as causing unlawful damage to property. It is part of our mandate. We look into it. In the course of investigation, we may have to even assess the value of the damage caused. And if there is evidence that the damage caused is unlawful, because there are two things. Damage might have been caused, but we need to go beyond the damage caused and establish that the damage caused is unlawful. If it is unlawful, we will deal with the person, charge the appropriate person responsible for the damage, and put that person before the court.
Sure.
And the court will deal with it. However, we are talking about property, valuable property. So going by criminal action alone may not be enough for you. But the criminal action only punishes the conduct, the criminal behavior of the individual, either by way of imprisonment or a fine. That fine will not come to you.
That's
and that imprisonment is only to punish the person. You may have to now take a civil action to recover the cost of the damage or compensation for the loss of your property. So these are the remedies that are available for to the individual who may be affected.
Wow. So I am sure lots of viewers may have this question on their minds that, okay, I am just a victim. My property, I have my deed, I have my permit, I have my everything. But then an individual or a government agency, through demolition other structures, mine also fell victim, and then my property was demolished as well. There are remedies for you, like Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mr. Frank Katapu Esquire, has enumerated. He says that he can explore the area of the criminal that has come to the police, report it, and then we'll investigate it. If indeed there is evidence to show that you've been treated unfairly and your property is being damaged unlawfully, then we'll take it to court. But remember that if the person is fined, that money doesn't come to you. It goes to the coffers of the state. And then if he is jailed, what do you gain from it? The person is being punished for the offense he's committed. And so in as much as you can explore the area of the criminal aspect, you can as well go into civil case as well, make a civil case at the court against that person. With that, the court, if there is evidence to show, can compel the person to pay compensations to you, the properties to be recovered, or for you to be restored to your former position as your property was. And so that is the areas that are available to you. I'm sure you get me on that one.
So beyond the lands commission search, what one additional step will you recommend to a buyer, in case of verifying a seller's signature, by way of taking a surveyor to the land, or visiting the land court's registry to ascertain whether indeed the land belongs to a particular family or something? What would be that one additional step that you advise to potential buyers?
So apart from conducting a search at the Lands Commission, you, as earlier mentioned, you need to also extend your searches to the Special Planning Department of the Assembly to ascertain whether or not the land is affected by a proposed road or access road or waterway, or it is according to the development or planning zone of the area, is the designated public space or communal space. You need to verify those things from the assembly. Beyond that, it is also advisable to interrogate the seller as to whether there's any pending suit relative to the land.
Some may not be honest with you and tell you.
Most of them will conceal it from you.
Exactly.
But like I said, when you are acquiring land, when you speak to neighbors, they have more information.
Exactly.
They have more information than even the seller of the land. Neighbors who live there will be able to tell you, for example, that there is an ongoing litigation
dispute on the land.
And if you are diligent, sometimes you may be able to open or obtain the suit number and do further due diligence at the registry of the particular court. Because mind you, litigation, the result is 50-50. It could fall on the left or on the right. So when you get to, you obtain such information, it is left for you to make a determination whether you want to run a risk. Because if your grantor is, or the person who proposes to give you the land or sell the land to you, is a party to the suit, or is deriving his interest from a party to the suit, question you need to ask, in the event that that party loses the suit, in the event that that party did not win the court case, what happens to you if you have developed? Because of course, in every land litigation, one of the reliefs that a prudent litigant will seek is to recover possession of the land. Not only declaration of title. Because the person may seek for declaration of title. If they declare owner of the land, you've not done anything. It's just a mere declaration.
Yeah.
They may go beyond to ask for recovery of the property, recovery of the land. That is where demolition and other things come in.
Okay.
Because if they ask for recovery of the land and the court so grants, there are legal steps they will take to recover the property from you. Because mind you, in our jurisprudence, land is defined as anything on the land, attached to the land and beneath the land, so to speak. So if you build on the land and it's so declared that the land does not belong to you, but it belongs to A, it means that any structure on that land belongs to A, the person or the judgment creditor or victor. In that regard.
Wow. Chief Priscilla.
We are learning a lot today. Yes. So say, apart from getting my site plan, so I have expressed interest in the land. Say an individual is selling it to me, so he gave me a site plan. Apart from going to the Lands Commission to check that I know it's out of the way, what other thing can I do? Because these matters are getting, apart from even me buying from a government designated land or from a land that is under litigation, there may be other factors too. So I have my site plan. I went to Lands Commission. Fine, it is in the name of this person. What other thing can I do to safeguard the money I'm investing into this?
Yes, I always advise that test the land. It's just
Test the land.
Yes, it's just like you when you buy an ice cream, you don't consume all at a time.
Yes.
You test it and see whether what you buy is delicious or otherwise. Go on the land.
Okay.
After you have done all the due diligence and you are convinced that you are acquiring it from the appropriate authority or entity, go on the land. Try and do something to show possession, to show ownership.
Okay.
Anybody who has interest in the land, adverse to the legitimate proprietor of the land at the Lands Commission may come up. If that person comes up and comes to challenge the development of the land, the person is interfering with your development.
Okay.
And that interference in itself could constitute trespass.
Okay.
So you report it to the police. It could constitute criminal trespass if the person is preventing you who has legitimate interest in the land.
Okay.
I mentioned under section 12 of the Land Act. Any person or group of persons who seeks to prevent or purport to prevent a person who has interest in the land from developing it commits an offense.
Okay.
So if you are the registered or your grantor, the person who is selling to you is the registered proprietor, he has title, you have conducted searches in his name, and then you did all the due diligence, you are satisfied that it is that person who owns that land. Property, and you acquire it, and you enter to develop, and a person or group of persons seeks to prevent you or are preventing you from developing the land, their conduct constitutes crime.
Yes, that's true.
When you report it, police will go into it. If at the end of the day, they don't have any legitimate interest as against your registered interest in the land, police will take a decisive action against them.
Yes.
We do it often. We would have to charge the person and put the person before the court.
Wow.
So we exist to protect life and property.
Sure. Yeah.
And to the extent that you are the registered proprietor of that particular property per the records of the Lands Commission, the police will have to take every legitimate step to protect your property for you against other people who hitherto may have some right of claim.
Yes.
But it's not, I mean, as compared to your title registration.
Yes.
That person would be advised in the first place to seek civil redress, to either restrain you legally, but not the use of force or physical restraint or self-help on the land. If the person goes against the police advice, for us, that is always our style. We would prefer or give you an advice in the first because it is presumed that you do not know. After investigation, we disclose the facts to you that Mr. Boat is a registered owner of this property. So please, if you think you have any interest superior to his title registration, sue him. Go to court. If you think his development of the land interferes with your interest, your so-called interest, obtain an order from the restraining order from the court to prevent him or to restrain him for further development of the land until the final determination of the suit between you. But you do not have the right to physically go onto the registered property, which is in the name of both at the time you are contesting him, to prevent him
from developing
the land when you don't have a proper order from the court.
Wow.
If you do that, your conduct may constitute a criminal offense and will be dealt with accordingly.
Wow. So a quick one on that in that regard. So how can a buyer verify that a site plan that have been issued by the landowner matches the actual registered layout, and then also that the land is earmarked for public roads, schools, or green zoning? I need to know this because I have this permit, I have the site plan, it's been given to me. I know that okay, I have access to, right, I've been given, I've bought it, I've paid for it. How do I know that, okay, aside me owning it or aside me having a site plan, this place has been earmarked for schools, it's been earmarked for a road, or this place has been, it's a public place that the government has interest in? How do I know this? So you answer this one, but before then, we are going on a quick break. When we are back, Master will answer this one. And then if you have your questions, keep them coming so that we can ask them for you. Do not go away. This is still Safe Start. We'll be right back.
Are you aware an invisible eye is watching you?
Thank you.
Have you ever had an altercation with a police officer about a road traffic offense where you felt you were right? Have you ever lost a loved one due to a breach of a road traffic regulation as a motor rider? Do you always obey road traffic regulations? Do you know that driving on the shoulders of the road is an offense? How has your general experience with the police officers on our roads been like? It is for these and other reasons that the Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior, National Road Safety Authority, the DVLA, and other stakeholders, have come up with an initiative to ensure sanity on our roads and prevent road accidents. TrafficTech GH is an automated system introduced by the Ghana Police Service to enforce road traffic regulations. The system uses cameras and sensors to enforce road traffic regulations. So you see, police invisible eyes are watching. Pew!
Hello.
Hello, Nana Joa.
Hey, only I'm a tongue catcher.
What is saying?
Nyame adomo boko na we.
Adomo, mega yo-yo. With schoolmate.
What's one catcher?
Hey, it's a said me say my cookie or Canada.
Wow.
I quenya be up and no pointing I'm sure number every company no pay my 4 Canada. Na she share a woman say company no bit ya emu half. Now wo pay man so to your half sikani na 80,000 and no sana eti
Mama madam fi biya ko ke Canada o na nche no boga wasi akunya abawo be do ye tuma ne say mismit me free Ghana abada kan mo Canada no say me o mani ne say company no omo be tua sika omo tua half na so me tua half nti ni menya ho abo me ho
na nyo ntede aba sese ni papa no fu bi a omaba obakwa kwa kachira wo say o Canada ananse o France embo abochin ko na akan bia na kachira wo say akonya ba enti akonya agent no awo Nigeria Cote d'Ivoire ananse Burkina Faso enti fa ho na omo wo nkrata na ho na wo fi na wo ba Canada ananse France ananse abochin ko na akan na wo nyaka sabe sinibu eyentro ko du ba obeti wase dem obeti musika nyina obanda ko nyina obeti no bia wa foso obeso etinse a wonsusu fa ni ba mi rubra na sai ni ba wonya mfo ma nko a komba jusa nko be nyina no pambo tuma yumu ebetuma ye obusoni betuma o ma betuma pa yo papa ani ma no fa sa kwanya wusu na mi tuga na fu na
na we de medasi
ntimi ni anom na mama ni ndawo na ma kwa nkoto sa ni paboni ni no ana ni paboni fo no afidi.
Right, you are welcome back from that break. This is still Safe Start on GH Police TV. Remember that we are streaming live on our various platforms on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, on X at Ghana Police Service. We are also on DSTV channel 362. You can also join us with your questions on our dedicated WhatsApp number 024-622-6064. 024-622-6064. Send in your questions. Today we are discussing land and property demolitions that has been happening around town. It's become a case of concern to all of us Ghanaians, and so we found it expedient to bring to the studios this morning Assistant Superintendent of Police Mr. Frank Katapu, who is the third in command at the property fraud unit of the CID headquarters. And so far we've discussed a lot. I'm sure if you joined from the beginning, or even if you joined in, you've still not left out, you still learn a thing or two. So do join in. If you have any questions, do send them in and we'll bring them to him to answer for you. Before we went on that break, we asked Master to tell us that if we have a site plan, and how do we know that it matches with the actual registered land layout, and then if the land is being earmarked for a school road or any government interest at all? That is the question we asked Master before we went on that break. So we'll give him the chance to answer and we'll continue, sir.
Thank you once again. I mentioned earlier that one of the ways to verify this is to take your plan, conduct an official search also at the spatial planning or the special planning department of the
Lands Commission,
the affected assembly.
Okay.
The particular, every area falls within a particular other district or municipal assembly.
Sure.
You conduct a search there. The search will disclose if the land, the proposed land that is being granted you is affected by a road, is affected by water, what's the name, the natural cause of raining water,
sure,
or any other public designated place. The assembly has that. That is the more reason why we apply for permit from the assembly.
Okay.
But the assembly has an approved development plan ordinarily for the area. So they pick your plan and then they superimpose it in their master plan to see if there is any conflict. The areas that are designated for public spaces, whether your site plan is in conflict with any of these areas. Sometimes you may not even know that there is a proposed route passing to a place, but assembly has that record. They ordinarily have that record. They will be able to tell you. Apart from conducting a certain physical inspection of the land is also important.
Sure.
These days, many of us, we like to acquire things or commodities online. Unfortunately, it's extended to land acquisition.
Wow.
From the data that we have.
How do you buy a land online?
People float adverts.
Okay.
And people see the advert, they call, and then once the price is enticing, they start payment.
Wow.
Some of these companies will tell you they are real estate companies.
Yes,
make a deposit.
Make
a deposit of say 50%, 60% before your land is allocated to you, and people fall into it.
Wow.
They pay, and now, after payment, getting your land either becomes a problem, or they take you to a land, an area that you don't even like the topography or the area. And sometimes they go and show you a waterlogged area, like we say wetland, which is designated public space, and then your money goes. So you need to at least have physical inspection of the land that you intend to buy before you commit any financial resources towards the acquisition of the land. Because, of course, even if you are acquiring land at all, one of the key things that I insist that you look out for is it is always good to acquire those land during rainy season.
Like seasons like this when it keeps raining.
Yes. During dry seasons, they show you any land and you think it's land.
Exactly.
But when the rain sets in, you realize that this land is a danger zone. You did not venture. So also pay attention to some of this. There are little things that will give you a clue as to whether you are on the right path or otherwise.
Wow.
All right. So we'll still have the questions coming, but then let me pick some messages coming on our live stream on Facebook before we continue with our discussion with our revered guest. All right. So this is a message coming from Wisdom Junulinun Chifrisla. He says that great job to you guys. Keep working for our mother Ghana. Yeah. Again, he says greetings to you, Madam Priscilla and Boating Well. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Wisdom.
thank you,
for the
Wisdom
message.
Junulinun. That's why his name is unique.
Yes, if you are pronouncing it, you're not careful.
I have to take my time every time.
Exactly.
when I'm pronouncing it. We used to work together at Mile 7.
Oh, yeah, I know,
never
right?
called him by his surname before.
So always Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Just be free.
But this time I've been able to master the name. So Junulinun.
Yeah. So as for saying that we need to take a claim before everything.
You see?
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wisdom. Abena Mother says, my senior elder, God bless you. And then Nkrumah Ebenezer Dondada says that ASP Katapu, you are making the property fraud unit proud.
That is
God
bullion,
bless you.
I'm sure.
I know, right?
That's bullion.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. So the name is Nkrumah
brother.
Ebenezer
Oh,
Dondada.
that's him.
Yeah. So he says that.
He worries me too much.
I know, right? ASP Katapu, you are making the property fraud unit proud. God bless you and the Ghana Police TV. We love you. Hashtag bullion.
We love you
that's
too.
correct.
Yes, that's bullion. We love you right back, okay? But stop worrying me.
He controls all the money.
I know, right? I don't know whether it's a bullion ban or something.
He's a sole contractor that distributes Bank of Ghana's
Hey.
money.
Wow. So hence the name bullion. You don't understand where the name is coming from. All right, Blessings Valley Prayer Warriors TV say God Almighty richly bless Ghana Police. Thank you so much, Blessings. And then AMS Coral Ghana Greats. Okay. Miss Doka says that good morning, and then Victor Ayete, good morning. Really enjoying your program and how it educates the public. God bless you all, and special greetings to the IGP. And then Miss Doka's come back and say that great job, Ghana Police Service. Thank you so much, Miss Doka. So these are the messages on our live streaming on Facebook. All right, Council. So let's come to documents. So when someone wants to purchase a piece of land, what are some of the red flags that you advise potential buyers anytime they are presented with documents of land, that they intend to acquire? Some red flags they should look out for.
Yes, I think when it comes to the land documents are in various comes in various forms.
Okay.
You may have to, because you are not a professional in that area, it will be difficult for you to identify some of these things. But key amongst them is that you need to know the interest you are acquiring.
Okay.
You see, we say we are acquiring land. In actual fact, you are not acquiring land. You are acquiring an interest in the land.
Okay.
So you need to identify the interest that you are acquiring. The interest you are acquiring will determine the particular document that should be given to you.
Okay.
Wow.
So you need, if whether you are acquiring a freehold interest, or you are acquiring a leasehold interest, you are acquiring a sublease, or you are acquiring an assignment.
Yeah.
This would determine the particular document, land document that may be given you. It's quite a technical area, so I may not be able to. Even if I delve into it, maybe our viewers, respective viewers, may not be able to appreciate. But I think key thing is that every document, land document they give you, we have it in parts.
Okay.
You have what we call the parties clause. The party clause is the first paragraph of the document.
Okay.
That will tell you the people to the transaction. So if I'm acquiring land from Akosua Kuma took my money, that is the one selling land to me. And Akosua Kuma gives me a document that rather tells me that I am transacting with Kojo Mensah. It should tell me that there is a problem.
Okay.
Because I don't know Kojo Mensah.
Yeah, I'm dealing with Akosua Kuma. So what must I be told on the document?
Why documents showing that I am transacting with Kojo Mensah? Because the document will tell you that My landlord is Kojo Mensah, not Akosi Akuma. Meanwhile, Akosi Akuma that took my money like selling land.
I'm going to give him a piece of land.
You should be able to inquire. At least you should be able to establish a relationship between Kojo Kuma and Akosia, whom I'm dealing with, to be able to, to feel comfortable going forward. The land, that particular document also, the first paragraph should have the dates of the transaction. The dates that the instrument is executed.
Right.
And including our names, our addresses should be there. Then beneath that, the second paragraph of any land document at all should give you the historical background of the land. Because you see, I cannot purport to be giving you land or selling land to you. Land that is not a manna. It will not fall from the sky. So the land should have some history. The document should be able to narrate this history. The history basically is that I, Frank, who intends to sell the land to you, to whom am I tracing my title? The interest I'm transferring to you, I might have acquired it from somebody. Because, for example, land in Accra, I'm not a gang.
Exactly. So how come you?
So how me coming from somewhere far away, I'm giving you land in Accra, and I'm giving you a document in my name, and the document does not even trace where I got my land from. There's a problem. So we call that part of the document the citation clause. It should recite citations. It gives you the history that maybe by a lease dated so and so, Kofi Menu acquired this land from the Nungwa store. The lease is registered as number so and so. Then out of that lease, the land was given to Mr. Boat. Then subsequently, Mr. Boat sold his interest to me, and now I am the beneficial owner of that land by virtue of these traces. So I'm now giving you the land. All this information, because you were not there, this information should be made available to you in the land document, where even if need be, you may have to request for copies of this previous document to satisfy yourself. That's why sometimes professionals, if you involve professionals like lawyers and other dealers in the land industry, they will be able to guide you and request for this information so that in the event of litigation, you will be armed with all of this information that will protect your interest. Apart from that, there are two key things that you need to look out for. The land is described or is defined on a site plan. That site plan is embedded in the land document. Now, that site plan speaks to a portion of the land document itself, which is called the schedule, or the schedule. If you are American or British, schedule. So I want to satisfy both sides. So your site plan should speak to the schedule in the document. Because it is the information on the data of the site plan that is used to prepare the document. So if there is inconsistency between the site plan and the schedule, there's a problem. You need to look out for that. You may not be able to appreciate this, but investigators or those who are into land investigation, hopefully by next month, God willing, a book will be out to guide investigators. They will be publishing a book in that regard. And some of these things are discussed and need to guide you to be able to read and understand the document. Because it's important. Many of us, they give us a document, we just go and put it down.
No,
the document itself is a contract.
That's in fact, let me admit that what you're even telling me now, I'm just trying to envisage, a site plan and then an indenture, you know, trying to capture these three main areas you mentioned, the party clause, the citation clause, and then the schedule. And I'm even lost, you know.
Maybe one day we'll do a presentation.
So I think we should bring Master on one particular time when he's going to be talking about the documents, and then he will break it down for us, what to look out for when a site plan is given to you. Because for some people, the mere fact that a document is being given to him and it's stated that it's your site plan, they are good to go.
This one is in practical terms. You can even bring a landowner to the studio ask them whether they are mindful or they are aware of what
not everybody.
Wow.
Exactly.
You see, this is why you should be watching GH Police TV. This is the only place where you can get to know and understand that the mere fact that you have a site plan does not mean that it is the actual one for the land that has been allocated to you. And even if the information on the corresponds with the documents, the indenture that has been given to you. So at a very good time, we'll bring Master back to have him go through it for us very well. And so you anticipate or you have plans of buying a land or you already own one. Then you'll be able to go look for your documents and look through that what he's saying actually is what is you are seeing on your paper. It's a good thing. So before we go on, we have some questions, some comments coming in on our TikTok platform, which we're going to be reading them out. Okay, so Hakim San says, kudos Ghana Police. Thank you, Hakim. This is coming from Bra Moscow. He says, GH Police, God bless everything you guys are doing. Thank you. And from another, he says, proud of you guys. He's watching us all the way from Nigeria. Thank you so much. Okay, so Apostle 247 on God is asking us to arrest someone for him. Okay, don't worry, we'll arrest him for you. Okay. Okay, Adla 201 says, oh wow, Ghana Police has really modernized themselves. Fully active. Kudos, guys. Thank you, Adla. Thank you so much. We have other messages coming in. This one is saying that this case should not be handled anyhow. You people should do it better this time. I'm sure it has to do with the lady who issued threats
to the president.
The allegations of threats against the president and the first lady. Okay, so and then TI from Ghana and then the United Kingdom says this should continue for several years. So we all say no to insults. Okay, TI, thank you for coming in with that one. Okay, so more messages coming in. There are a lot of them.
I've also received ones from our
okay,
WhatsApp
so
platform.
Moonlight Plumbing Services also says, guys, don't worry. I know Ghana Police will do the needful. Yes, we are doing the needful. We are doing all of that. Okay. Wahab Inusa wants to know, he says good morning and he wants to know how we are doing this morning. We are doing very great. God has given us life and we are here with you, so we are great. Okay, so Ojatana is asking that, please, can you arrest a lady who duped me 15,000 Ghana cedis in Dubai whenever she comes to Ghana? Yes, crime does not expire. Crime has no expiry date, so please walk to any nearest police station, lodge your complaint, and as soon as you have information on her, then the police will follow up on that. Now, Jacob is saying, good job. Thank you, Jacob. Okay, so a soldier from Ghana and Nigeria says, God bless you, Ghana Police. Thank you. Jacob also says, thank you very much. We thank you as well, Jacob, for thanking us. Okay, and our ADK19, he says, God bless you for bringing back our culture. Please, not less than a year will help. That is for the courts to decide. Okay, so CITO, your name is a very long one. He says freedom of speech is very necessary. Yes, freedom of speech is very necessary, but you should be cautious not to infringe on the rights of others. It's not absolute. Yeah. Okay. Now, Kojam Ponsa. Okay. Kojo, yours cannot be read on here right now. Okay, so more messages coming in. Akosia Noko says, good job, GH Police TV. Thank you so much. And then Christina Romani is asking, how if the food is poisoned and you are the first to taste it? Okay, so I'm sure it's in connection with us saying that when you bring food to any inmate at the police station, you are made to taste the food. Yes, it is standardized procedure that you taste the food. And you bring in the food, you are asking if it is poison. You should know if it is poison because it is you who is bringing the food. Yeah. And yes, so I'm not sure you bring a poison food to anybody in there because you'll be made to taste it. If there is poison, you're going to go first. Yeah. Okay. Moonlight Plumbing Services again says, when you get to the police station, that is when you will know the law works, bro. Okay, yes, indeed, it is true. Okay, more messages coming in. There's a lot. Okay, somebody is saying it would be a dream to come join the police service. Our doors are always open. Please come in. Yes, Sergeant White, if you have more.
Yeah, so more currently we have a team from the Public Affairs Directorates who are in the Bono region. And so they are saying they are watching us live from the United States of Atebubu.
Oh.
Our team is under the supervision of Staff Officer DSP, Mr. Richmond Mensah,
Yes.
Chief Inspector Isaac Chumudro, and then the likes of Kofi Commissioner Albert Bondi, the other guys, you know, and they are saying that my regards to ASP Katapu and the entire team. Tell ASP today is Friday, and so as for Katapu, this one is a message from our team who are watching out from United States of Atibu. We are saying that they are extending their regards to you and then the entire
We'll link
team.
up on the other side.
Exactly. All right. So Chief Odro, Kansas says that you're going to link up from the other side.
Yes.
Right. So Chief Priscilla,
there are more messages coming, but this is coming from John Kweku Emmanuel, also on our TikTok. He says the best institution in Ghana. Whoa. Okay, Master, this is a question. This is from Prof. Danny. He says, I conducted a search, but nothing shows up that the land is registered or not. He says he conducted a search at the Lands Commission, but the land, it doesn't show up that the land is registered or not.
after a search at Lands Commission.
Yes.
Okay.
So what should he do? He's asking what he can do in this direction.
So it means that there is no transaction affecting the land recorded in the records of the Lands Commission.
Okay.
So the Lands Commission records only discloses transactions that have been registered.
Okay.
So if no transaction has been presented to the Lands Commission relative to that particular piece of land,
Yes.
and for which the Lands Commission might have plotted or registered. Man, there are two ways by which the Lands Commission registers land, quote unquote. They register the instrument affecting the land, either your indenture, your leasehold document, or any other document. Then they register title to the land. There are two separate registrations.
Okay.
So if any of this is not disclosed, it means that the land has not seen first registration.
Okay.
It hasn't seen first registration. So there are implications.
Okay.
It will be difficult to tell if the person giving you the land is the actual owner.
Okay.
Because the person has not registered. It does not also mean that it's not the owner.
Okay.
So now you may have to look for other means to verify the title of the person. Like I said, apart from the search is one of those.
Yes.
Physical visit to the land, speaking to neighbors, and all of those will also, and even requesting for the person's own document to be able to verify and read through and satisfy yourself. All of those could also give you a clue.
Okay.
So in the absence of the search itself, disclosing or not disclosing a transaction, it could be either way. Either the person is the owner or not the owner, except that maybe he has not done a first registration of the land.
Okay, there is another. Thank you so much, Prof. Danny. I'm sure your question is being answered. So Master says that apart from the site plan that is being given to you, you should actually visit the land, speak to neighbors around. And then he mentioned one thing that I love so much. He says test the land. Start doing something and see if there will be any parties or fashions coming up, and then coming to tell you that they also have interest in the land or anything like that. So I'm sure your question has been answered. There is another one coming from Jay. He says, if I have an allocation note without a site plan, should I get a site plan prepared? Allocation note, does that qualify for a land document in the absence of a site plan?
No. There is a decided case by the Supreme Court on this. I think I may forget the case, but it's a recent decision. It has to do with land around the Pram areas.
Okay.
The Supreme Court says that an allocation note is not, it does not transfer interest in land.
Okay.
The allocation note in itself cannot transfer interest in land.
Okay.
It only evidences that there was a transaction.
Yes.
But in itself, it cannot transfer interest in the land because the allocation note is not able to identify the land, the particular land, properly.
Okay.
So an allocation note will just say maybe this traditional authority is giving you one plot of land at, say, Osudoku. Which part of Usudoku is that one plot located? How do we locate that one plot? What's the dimension? What's the size of that? It's not, you can't trace that on the face of the allocation note.
Yeah.
So beyond the allocation note, although it evidences some form of transaction between the allocator and then allocatee, or the person who is giving you the allocation and you. Beyond that, you need to procure a site plan.
Sure.
So get a surveyor, not any surveyor, please. Get a licensed surveyor or an official surveyor. The licensed surveyor is the private one who has been duly licensed. The official surveyor is those who are with the Lands Commission.
Yes.
The government official surveyors, any of these, to go on the land and pick the coordinates of the land for you. Generate a site plan attached to the allocation note. Then out of that, they can now even prepare an indenture for you to properly convey the interest in the land to you. It is very important.
Okay, so Jay, I am sure your question has been answered. So Master has answered it very well. He says an allocation note alone does not mean that you have full interest of the land has been invested into you. So please do go ahead and then get a site plan. But he says you can refer to licensed surveyors or official surveyors from the Lands Commission to visit the land, pick coordinates, and then prepare an indenture out of it. Please do this one and then you can go to sleep. I'm sure of that. Yes, there are more messages coming in, but I'm sure you do have, and then our time is running.
Yes. I don't have messages now, but the questions are not exhausted fully, but because of the time fast approaching, we'll have to.
Okay, there is a last one that I would want Master to answer. Samuel Ayingura Ayono. He's saying, is it necessary to register a TDC acquired land, that is Tema Development Corporation acquired land, and after TDC has given right of entry and site plan?
Yeah, so that is also a form of allocation. In that enclave, I mean, there is an arrangement usually between TDC and the traditional authorities.
Okay.
The traditional authority will allocate the land to you and give you an allocation form. Then you now take the allocation form to TDC because the land is registered in the name of TDC.
Okay.
So TDC will now prepare the land document proper for you.
Okay.
Transferring the interest to you. Now, when TDC does that, it is in your best interest to also proceed and have that interest registered in your name at the Lands Commission.
Okay.
It even makes it easier for you, but this one is a transfer.
Yes.
It's not first registration, so you won't go through the laborious system of registering the land. It is a transfer from TDC to you. So that one makes it even easier for you. So you need to present your document at the Lands Commission. Pay the requisite stamp duty under the Stamp Duties Act. They will value it and give you, depending on the size of the land allocation, give you a stamp duty to pay. You pay it's a form of tax on land you acquired by any land you acquire for valuable consideration. You need to pay tax. So when you pay tax, they will emboss or stamp the stamp duty or what you call the valuation number on it. Once the valuation number is stamped, it is presented for registration, and the registration will proceed in your name if there are no other encumbrances or any caveats that are raised by anybody. In that regard, you become the registered proprietor of that land. And the law will protect your interests at all times, except if there is any of the frailties that any of the, let me put it simple, any of the issues that may come out that will affect the registration, such as maybe the registration was procured by fraud. By fraud means that maybe at the time you presented your document, somebody's building is already there. And you have noticed that somebody is occupied the land, but you went ahead to register. Your registration will not hold water. It may be struck down, or is registered by mistake, or any other intervening circumstances that the court may look at.
Wow, thank you so much. So, Mr. Samuel Ayingura Ayongo, thank you so much. I'm sure your question has been answered. You heard Master answer your question. It's well explained. This is the last one from Fanti Jude. He says, very useful discussion. Thank you, Fanti Jude, and for everybody who brought in a question and observation or to say thank you to us. Yes.
All right. So very soon we'll have to bring an end to our conversation, even though the questions are not exhausted. But then ASP, Mr. Frank Katapu, is always available to us, and so by time we'll be bringing him back for him to come back and then educate us on our land issues, that are growing concerns in our modern societies, particularly when it has got to do with demolition exercises, happening in various areas within Accra. But Council, before we finally say, take leave of us, give us your final words to, our cherished viewers who are watching us from far and near, those on TV and then those on our live social media streaming platforms.
Thank you once again. Let me say thank you to our viewers who spent time watching us this morning and listening to us. Please always ensure that where you are putting your money, you get value for the money. Do due diligence at all times when you are acquiring land. When you are in doubt, we are here at the Property Fraud Unit. We are public servants. We are here to serve you. You can walk in anytime, seek advice. We'll gladly provide that advice to you that probably you may seek at a private firm and you will be asked to pay. Here we give you free advice if we have to. We do that. So please ensure that wherever you are putting your money, you get the worth of your money. Don't rush. There's pressure to acquire property. There's pressure for housing. But once there's pressure, other people who are unscrupulous take advantage of the system to defraud others. So please look out for some of the tips that we gave and be able to decipher if you are on the wrong path or you are on the right path, and seek advice. Seek professional advice at all times. There are a lot of lawyers who are into real estate. Seek advice. Sometimes the little consultation fee you pay may save you.
Exactly.
May save you 1,000 more. So please seek advice, and then you'll be good to go. Let me also take the opportunity to extend my appreciation to the staff of Property Fraud who continuously give their best. Yes, there's more room for improvement. Let's continue to serve the public, to inspire confidence in the police service. Let's continue to do ethical policing and ethical investigation, and to be able to get the confidence of the public that we serve. And have a good morning.
Wow. Thank you so much, ASP Mr. Frank Katapu, who is the third in command at the Property Fraud at the CID headquarters. Esquire is a lawyer. Today we're privileged to have him on the show to tell us about what it entails into land demolition. We've said that over time we'll be coming, intermittently to give us updates or education on the issues regarding land, what is a growing concern within our modern society. All right, so we are going for another break. When you come back, it will be now time for us to celebrate police officers and their loved ones who are born in the month of May. And so do stay on. When we return, it will be time for the birthday wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Are you aware an invisible eye is watching you? Have you ever had an altercation with a police officer about a road traffic offense where you felt you were right? Have you ever lost a loved one due to a breach of a road traffic regulation as a motor rider? Do you always obey road traffic regulations? Do you know that driving on the shoulders of the road is an offense? How has your general experience with the police officers on our roads been like? It is for these and other reasons that the Ghana Police Service, in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior, National Road Safety Authority, the DVLA, and other stakeholders, have come up with an initiative to ensure sanity on our roads and prevent road accidents. TrafficTech GH is an automated system introduced by the Ghana Police Service to enforce road traffic regulations. The system uses cameras and sensors to enforce road traffic regulations. So you see, police invisible eyes are watching. Pew!
akwanhyia ɛyɛ akwansideɛ ɛde ma obi biara ne sɛnti ɛsɛsɛ yɛtwe yɛn adwen ɛkɔ nneɛma a ɛnam so ɛma akwanhyia a ɛde epra ɛne ewo ɛbɛyi ɛso ne sɛnti GH Police TV ahyehyɛ dwumadie a ne din ɛne kaa kwan so nkyerɛkyerɛ traffic orientation show ɛde ɛbrɛw ɛwɔ dwumadie yi so yɛde etufo na yɛakyerɛkyerɛw nneɛma ɛne mmara ahodoɔ a ɛsɛ sɛ wo ehu ɛwɔ yɛn ɛkwan no ɛso ɛno nti gyebrɛ yɛhwɛ dwumadie yi da bi ada ɛwɔ GH Police TV so a ɛsan so ɛwɔ DSTV channel 362 so na yɛfa nsua deɛ ɛmfa nsi kaa kwanhyia ano ɛkwan.
Welcome back from that break and thanks for staying with us. It is still the Sister Show on GH Police Television. This is where you stay informed, you stay ahead, you stay safe. Now we have gotten to one of the most interesting segments on the show where we take time to share the excitement and joy of police officers and their loved ones who are celebrating their birthdays in the month of May. And so we are starting off with our first birthday wish, and it's a happy birthday to Assistant Commissioner of Police, Dr. Samuel Asiedu Okanta. This message is coming from your sweet wife, policewoman, Mrs. Rita Mafua Okanta of CDSB, CID headquarters, and all the entire Okanta Men 2013 year group. Currently, ACP Dr. Samuel Asiedu Okanta is on peacekeeping mission in Somalia. You are the police coordinator and acting deputy police commissioner in Somalia. Today, we celebrate not your birthday, but also the wonderful man you are. Your strength, wisdom, discipline, and dedication inspire everyone around you. As a husband, you have been loving and supportive, and as a father, you have been a true role model to our children. With all our love today and always, your wife and children. So it's a happy birthday to Assistant Commissioner of Police, Dr. Samuel Asiedu Okanta, who is currently the police coordinator and acting deputy police commissioner in Somalia. Do have a fabulous day, sir. Right, another happy birthday going out to Assistant Superintendent of Police, Madam Clara Nyaku Matron. You are at the Police Academy, and this is a message coming from the entire kitchen staff of the Ghana Police Academy. Their message is that we are wishing you a fantastic year filled with joy and success. So happy birthday to ASP Clara Nyaku. You are the matron at the Police Academy. Do have an amazing day, madam. It is your day. Chill out. It is still a birthday which is currently ongoing on the Safe Star Show on GH Police Television, and this is a happy birthday wish to Chief Inspector Daniel Kwamina Bonzi. You are with the Medical Record Department / National Health Insurance Scheme at the Police Hospital. This is a message coming from Policewoman Corporal Lorinda Apia, ENT Police Hospital, and Lance Corporal Isaac Ishen. And their message is that here is to another year of greatness. So happy birthday to Chief Inspector Daniel Kwamina Bonzi, Medical Record Department at the Police Hospital. Do have an awesome day, sir. All right. Okay, it is still the birthday wish. This one is another happy birthday going out to Policewoman Chief Inspector Gifty Tete. You are the Ghana Police Academy kitchen staff, and this one is coming from Sergeant Afo and the entire officers at the Ghana Police Academy kitchen staff, Ghana Police Academy kitchen, and we are wishing you a fantastic year filled with joy and success. So happy birthday to Policewoman Chief Inspector Gifty Tete. You are with the Ghana Police kitchen. Do have a fantastic day, madam. All right, so it is still your happy birthday wish on the Safe Star Show, and this one is happy birthday wish to Policewoman Inspector Ruby Naki Adamte. You are with the court units in the Greater Accra region. This message is coming from Policewoman Chief Inspector Mercy Achab and Chief Inspector Selali Koku Amenyiko Welfare Directorate. Wow. So Policewoman Chief Inspector Mercy Achab and then Chief Inspector Selali Koku Amenyiko at the Welfare Directorate, and their message is that you will not see the rain, neither will you see the wind, but your valley shall be filled with water. Have a wonderful birthday, Ruby. Happy birthday to you, Policewoman Inspector Ruby Naki Adamti. You are the court units in Accra. Chief Priscilla. Yeah. Okay, so there are more birthday wishes coming in for our colleagues who are celebrating their birthday on this day.
And the next one goes to yes, to our very own lady, Policewoman Sergeant Felicity Annan, our very own here at the Public Affairs Directorate. This is coming from your lovely husband, Mr. Shofodia, and your newborn baby. And then all your colleagues here at the Public Affairs Directorate. We are saying that may you continue to see the glory of God in your life. Yes, I feel this one. So happy birthday to you, Policewoman Sergeant Felicity Annan. Have a great celebration. We are coming home straight from here. Yes. Okay, so other birthday wishes coming in, and this one is going out to so Policewoman Sergeant Giftinaki Attila. This is your birthday. It's your birthday today. This is coming from Sergeant Kwekudia. I don't know if it is our own Kwekudia here at the Public Affairs Directorate, but Policewoman Sergeant Giftinaki Attila, you are with the Police Election Security Secretariat at the National Police Headquarters here in Accra. And a message from Kwekudia Sergeant says that may the good Lord answer all your prayers and make his face continue to shine upon your life. Happy birthday, Policewoman Sergeant Gifty Naki Attila. Have a great day, Gifty. Yes, more birthday wishes coming in. This is going out to General Constable James Brobe. You are with the Empire So Formed Police Unit. This is coming from Policeman Lance Corporal Isaac Shen from the Public Affairs Directorate. He says he's wishing you a happy, glorious birthday, more life, more opportunities, and happiness. Long life and prosperity. Happy birthday, General Constable Brobe James from Empire So FPU. Have a wonderful celebration, James. Wow. Now, this is a very beautiful woman here. This is Policewoman Constable Aniwa Rita. You are with Abomusu FPU base. This is coming from Policeman Lance Corporal Asamoah Elizabeth, who is with the NPD Visibility. And she's saying that happy birthday to my partner in crime and forever friend. Wow. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and everything beautiful. Happy birthday, Policewoman Constable Eniwa Rita. You are with Abomusu FPU base. Today, we are coming to Abomusu to celebrate your birthday with you.
Yeah.
Aniwa, I'm sure you are having a great day. Do have a wonderful celebration. Happy birthday, Eniwa Rita, Policewoman Constable. Yes, we have more birthday wishes coming. Do you have any?
Yeah, so that is all with the birthdays we have on our screens now, but then we still have some birthday celebrants whom we are going to celebrate on our platform. But then before that, Caleb Ni Akunai, you work at the Ghana Airports Company in Tamale, in the northern region of Ghana. As a management officer, you are currently watching us live from Tamale. So big shout outs going out to you, Mr. Caleb Ni Akunai. You work at the Ghana Airports Company in Tamale as a management officer, and then you are currently watching us live from Tamale on the Safe Star show. So it is another birthday wish going out to Madam Mavis Asiedu Labi, who works at the Controller and Accountant General Departments, Head Office, Public Debt and Investment Unit. Today is your birthday, so we are praying that may you receive massive elevations in your endeavors and keep shining. Mavis Asiedu Labi, who works at the Controller and Accountant General Department Head Office. Again, it is a belated happy birthday going out to Madam Dinah Amma Fachi. You live in Teshi. Yesterday was your birthday, and so we are wishing you on this platform, may you also receive the grace from our Lord Jesus Christ. So belated happy birthday going out to you, Madam Dinah Amma Fachi of Teshi in the Greater Accra region of Ghana. Again, it is another happy birthday to Pastor Jonathan Adi. You are with Dear of Throne of Grace Baptist Church. This wish is coming from Chief Inspector Eric Osei Ejekum at the police hospital, wishing Pastor Jonathan Adi, Dear of Throne of Grace Baptist Church. Happy birthday going out to you, Pastor. Today is your wonderful day. We are praying for more grace and then more oil upon your life. Again, let me send this big shout outs to my very own mother at the Mokola area in Accra, closer to the Central MTTD, Auntie Pats. You are a trader. You are also a dedicated view of GH Police Television, and every other woman within the Makola Enclave and then the opposite the Striking Force. You know, they are always tuning on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, watching us on Safe Star. So, Auntie Pats, big shout outs going out to you. I'm praying that may you receive more cash from your business as well.
Sure.
And thank you so much for your support. Yeah,
it's very much needed.
I know, right? Yeah, yes. So that is all. Yeah, from
we
my
have
end.
more birthday wishes coming in. This one is a special one to me. It is going out to Policewoman Chief Inspector Diana Benewa Afa. You are with the National Formed Police Unit. You are a sniper. You are an instructor. You are a trainer of trainers. TOT. You are doing so well, my lady. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And this is coming from your lovely husband, Mr. Afa, your mate, 2007-year group, Accra Depot, 90 virgins. And then this is also coming from all your staff and colleagues at the National Formed Police Unit. They say they love you. We love you, actually. We love you so much. She's a human being, a proper human being. Yeah. Yes, she's been a great asset to our squad mates and then to your friends, your family. Every one of us, we are wishing you well on your birthday. We say, have a great year ahead. Diana Benewa Afa, policewoman, chief inspector. Again, this is a belated happy birthday going out to Prince Kofi Andosa, popularly known as Planner Andosa. You are with us. You're a special planner at Tema Development Corporation, TDC. Yesterday was your birthday. Kofi, have a great I am sure that you had a great day yesterday. And so do have a great and wonderful celebration all year through. And may the Lord bless you, the works of your hands, and then bless you with long life and prosperity. Yes, on that note, that ends our birthday. Or you have
I've just received some birthday wish from my very own brother, Inspector John Tay at the Public Affairs. John Tay is saying that it is a happy birthday going out to Apostle Richmond and Amponsa. Glory be to God for bestowing on our Apostle Richmond and Amponsa another year of grace. And Papa, we wish you well and pray that you remain blessed in the comfort of He that called you. So happy birthday to Apostle Richmond and Amponsa. You are the Accra head of the Christ Apostolic Church. And so it's a birthday wish coming from Inspector John Tay here at the Public Affairs Director, you know, our very own elder.
Versatile MC.
Versatile MC. MC apply, you know. Yes, aka Obiabe Didi Feche.
Obiabe Didi Feche.
Exactly. All right. So, Apostle, that is your birthday wish. But Chief Prisoner, let us also inform our cherished viewers that pretty soon we'll be bringing you a live telecast of a press conference by the police administration, which is under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu at Tebubu in the Bono region. Very soon, it's going to be live on all our social media platforms. So please stay on. And right after this particular show, we'll bring you those exits. But then currently, that is the setup of the venue for the press conference in Atebubu in Bono region in Ghana. And so very soon we'll bring you that development. Very soon they are standing by to bring you that development as well. It is on a very topical matter which will interest you. And so right, you are done from this particular show. Please do stay on GH Police Television where we bring you that particular development. But then let me also quickly read a message that was
there is another birthday message that has come in, and this is coming from our very own here at the Public Affairs Directorate, Policewoman Lance Corporal Sangari. She is wishing a happy birthday to Policewoman Constable Gertrude Ade. Ade Kobi. Okay, so happy birthday to Policewoman Constable Gertrude Ade Kobi. You are from the Obuasi FPU base, Obuasi Formed Police Unit base. Wow. This is coming from our very own Lance Corporal Sangari Amma Sadia. She says, God bless you and have a great day. Policewoman Constable Gertrude Ade Kobi. Yes.
Okay. So another happy birthday from General Constable Evans Adai. You are wishing your sister Rebecca Kwatima of Frontline Pharmacy Atonsu Esli, I believe in the Ashanti region, a glorious or a glamorous birthday, long life and prosperity. Happy birthday. So this one is a birthday wish from General Constable Evans Adai, wishing her sister Rebecca Kwatima of Frontline Pharmacy Atonsu Esli in the Ashanti region. And so back again to our initial information that very soon we're bringing you a live broadcast of a press conference happening live in Atebubu in the Bono region, where police administration, which is under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, will be engaging our friends from the media on a topical issue of your interest. And so once we are done with the Safe Start show, please do not change your dial. Stay glued to your sets, particularly on GH Police Television. We are going to streamline off this. We are going to stream all these particular happenings live on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on X, on YouTube, on TikTok. And so please do stay tuned and then enjoy that particular development as well. Now, very soon we'll also be bringing an end to this particular edition of the show. But before that, let me quickly read some 3 messages coming in on our live streaming on Facebook. This one is a message coming from Christian Bologa, he says that good morning Ghana Police, I'm proud of you guys, watching you live from Jowulu. Thank you so much, Christian. And then John Ibunyo says that Ghana Police, thanks for this land matter. I have learned a lot about land. Thank you so much, John. And again, Sapon Abramovich David says that belated happy birthday to my princess Ohima Mildred. She's a student at Kalakuta Foundation School Complex at Techiman at Bosu. So it's a belated happy birthday going out to the princess of Sapon Abramovich David Ohima Mildred. Thank you so much. And then Ado Charles is asking that Chief Isla, the policewoman constable whom we celebrated lastly on Rita Eniwa.
Yes, Eniwa.
Abomosu FPU.
Yes.
Charles Ado is asking whether, please, is Eniwa no? She said, okay. Charles says that, please, Eniwa no? Is she married?
Hey, Charles.
Wow. Charles, you'll have to come and see us in Chambers. Yes. This one is a private question.
We only celebrated her birthday
exactly.
for her.
So
but
you cannot answer that question, right?
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
But if you want more info, please come and see us on the sidelines. And then Abdullah Sajo says, good morning, GH Police TV. You are doing well. Abdullah from Techiman, also in the Bono region. Thank you so much. And those are the messages you received
and
so far.
So while we are in the Bono regions, I'm sure you must know Deputy Superintendent of Police, Mr. Emmanuel Baba Asabila.
I know, right?
Yes, he's the Jayon Kwanta District Commander.
Oh, okay.
And he's an
my very own boss.
Viewer,
my very own boss.
Ardent viewer
of GH Police
Television. Police Television, and especially Safe Start. You know, Mr. Baba Asabila was at the police hospital.
Exactly.
He's a dietitian by profession. Right? Yes. And then also he used to work at the National Police Training School. He excelled so well. And now he's a district commander for Jayon Kwanta. You always watch us. Say, good morning to you and thank you for always staying with us. He always watches us and then afterwards he brings us feedback.
Big shout out going out to you.
Sir, we salute you this morning. Very soon we'll be traveling to Jayon Kwanta. We'll come look for you.
Pass by. Exactly. All right.
Again, special shout outs to Corporal Nkrumah Stephen, who was with the NJOC, National Joint Operations, unit here at the police headquarters. Currently, he's on United Nations mission in South Sudan. Stephen Nkrumah, Corporal, thank you for watching Safe Start on GH Police TV. Again, this is also going out to Dr. Nanekia Jamra Afol, Esquire, my auntie. Auntie, good morning. You are watching us right now, and she's at Nungwa. Thank you, Auntie Ekia. She is Dr. Nana Ekia Jamra Afol, Esquire. She's a doctor and a lawyer. A huge achievement. Auntie, I'm so proud of you and thank you for watching. Yes, you have more coming in.
This one is a shout out coming from Policewoman Inspector Olivia Nkrampa and to all instructors at the police training school in Palugu in the Upper East region of Ghana. And so big shout outs going out to you all for the wonderful job that you guys are doing. We appreciate your love. And again, to our very revered instructors at the High Risk Operations Training Center at Shematin Huhunya, also in the Eastern region. Big shout outs going out to you for the wonderful wonderful work. Chief Inspector Mufori Atta Rambo, the IT Chief Inspector Cletus Atongia, Chester, Baru, what's the name? The Rapella. Aholu.
Aholu.
Yes, Sule.
Niama. Chief Inspector, he's a Chief Inspector. Chief Inspector Niama.
Pilato.
The chaplain. Yes,
exactly.
Pilato.
And then all the guys, you guys are doing a fantastic job there.
Yes, and then to the Director, Superintendent of Police, Dr. Akomia. You're doing so well, sir. You and your guys, we say kudos to you for all the job that you're doing. And then a special shout out to Chief Inspector Agri Mills, who is the former driver of former DG Admin. You are the driver of DG Admin. He's currently serving in United Nations missions in South Sudan. You are watching us right now. And to every other person, they say they have gathered and they are watching us on Safe Start. We throw big shout outs to you. We love you even from afar and we wish you well, even as you go out of the country to still serve in Ghana's name and then also to deliver services to mankind, even outside the shores of Ghana. Thank you for dedicating your service and yourselves to serving mankind.
Right. Once it's Friday, let me send another big shout out to my lovely police women who are working at the police hospital now. Policewoman Inspector Jennifer Edubuan, popularly known as Jelo. You are with the psychiatry unit at the police hospital. And then Policewoman Corporal Lorinda Dankwa Apia. You are with the ENT department at the police hospital. It is Friday, and you know what time it is. You know, we are ushering ourselves into the weekend. Big shout outs going out to you for the wonderful job done there. At this moment, Chief Fiscal, I believe it is now time for us to bring an end to today's edition.
Yes. We want to remind viewers that you should stay tuned in as we're bringing you a live telecast of the press conference that is going to be held by the police administration, headed by the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Tete Ohuno, as well as all the other PUMA members who are with him, a team from the public affairs here. As you can see, are on standby and bringing you a live feed from my table boo, and I'm sure you would love what is going to be discussed on there. Do stay tuned in, do not go away. But before we sign off, finally, this is a special shout out to Deputy Superintendent of Police, Ms. Doris Opon-Santi, who is the Director for Auto Theft Unit here at the Criminal Investigation Department, CID. And then also to Deputy Superintendent of Police, Madam Letitia, who is the Commander for DOFSU at Konongo in the Ashanti South region.
All right. So lastly, we've received another birthday wish coming in late from Rita Kujo. This one is your husband, Detective Sergeant Prosper Kofi Ankra of Central East Regional CID, and the children wish you a happy birthday to Madam Rita Kujo. This one is coming from your husband, Detective Sergeant Prosper Kofi Ankra of Central East Regional CID, and your children. Do have a fabulous day. And again, lastly, there's another message with our Facebook live stream. This one is coming from Miss Dorcas. Miss Dorcas says that you people are doing a great job. Keep it up. I am at Accra, Newtown. Miss Dorcas, I see you. Right.
Dorcas, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So as my senior co-host has said, once again, we are sending another big shout outs to all the market women at Mokola who always tune in to watch us.
They love us.
I know, right?
And we love you too, all our mothers.
We love you all, our mothers. You know, may you receive bumper harvest this season with all your goodies. You know, right? So we are sending another big gratitude to the Director General. Public Affairs Directory, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Madam Grace Ansa Akrofi, and then every other staff here at the Public Affairs, and to our team who are far away in the United States of Atibu, in the Bono region. Yeah, very soon we'll be hearing from them with our live broadcast of the press conference, you know, which is going to be given by the police administration. Once again, I am Sergeant Boaiti Boateng, your host, and I was supported by my senior colleague as a co-host, the Metalson policewoman,
Chief Inspector Priscilla Nkrumah Pepper. Another word of gratitude to our team here, the technical team who put things together for us to have this wonderful production. To Inspector Olivia Nkwapa, our director today, she's doing so well. And to Chief Inspector AJ Ebenezer Arthur, you're doing so great. To Lance Corporal Eshen, to Lance Corporal Bernard Labi, who is behind the machines and then pulling strings, to Sergeant Felix Kwekudia today. I hear you're doing a wonderful job on there. So our very own policewoman, Lance Corporal Sadia Sangari, Ama, you're doing so well. Thank you for coming. And to every other person who is behind the scenes, making sure that we bring you this wonderful production. Thank you for the services you are providing. This is weekend. Please stay safe out there. If you must go out, you must eat out, you must do anything outside there, please be cautious. Your drinks, your water, anything at all, food, please stay safe for us. We love you so much. Until we come your way same time Monday, it is bye for now, but enjoy your weekend. But please, please stay safe. We love you.